I've not been on here for a while, or have I? I've got bloody doodads. I've gone. Like, come on. Oh, just getting to focus there. I don't know what I'm doing because I haven't been on here properly for a bit. So I'll see who comes in chat. And I think I've come on a few minutes early, so have I? Yeah, so I'll just wait and see who comes in first. And find my stuff. And if you're there, say hi so I know you're there. Yeah. Oh, I found some funny things. If you're in chat, please come and say hi because I can see people, but I can't see anyone saying hi. Come. What's that? If anyone's there, because I can see people there, can you say hi in chat? Because it doesn't look like there's anybody there. Anybody? Otherwise, I'll come off here and I'll go on my other one. Live chat? Is live chat working? Is live chat working? I have not got a clue because no one said hello. I can see people. I'll go and check myself. Someone say hi in live chat. I can see people, but I can't see you in there. Is my live chat working? Still nobody saying hi. Hello. No, thank you for someone saying hi. I was like, I only wanted to know if the live chat's working. I'm not bothered how many's in or whatever because I just needed to know if it was working. Thank you. Thank you, Ed. So come on a few minutes earlier, so I will just sort myself out a minute and find my stuff. So I've just found something out a bit like that. I thought, oh my God, I did something this morning. I don't know if you can hear me actually. Can you hear me properly? Can you hear me? 5. Can you hear me? Because I'm going to read out the book anyway, so I need to know if you can hear me. Right, Tapper's just said I'm not live, but I am live. Right, this is why I don't come on this computer anymore because it messes up all the time. I am. I'm live now and there's people in chat. Sorry, just figuring out what's going on. It's always on this computer. So I'm going to have to wait a minute. My internet sucks right now. Yeah, I'm not surprised. You know, doesn't surprise me. Like I said, I'm a few minutes early anyway. So, yeah, I've just found something out. Hi, is it Mr. G's? Is it? Stream is fine, thank you. Yeah, it's just Tappers, my moderator, saying that he can't get in, but I'm here. So when you're there talking, so I don't know what's going on there. I've just actually realised something today about the Vatican, which I posted a picture on my community page and did think, because we all know what the Vatican is. But then when I looked at it again, I was like, because of the book that I'm about to read out, As Above, So Below, went, oh my God. Oh my God. And I'll tell you in a minute, I was like, that's what they are. You know, when I got about the number 7 all the time. See if you're on the same wavelength as me, because I just went, oh, that links up to, oh, I mean, we all know the Vatican's in control from time dot, but I'm just saying, see, I told you I was in. Listening to the wrong channel. So, it's going to be a bit of a mismatch, but basically I'm going on about, we're doing a bit of alchemy, baby. We're talking about the hidden stuff that people get scared about because, you know, we all know out there in this realm that the ones that have been in control for a very long time have all demonized certain words, certain things to make it look like they're scary and evil by the symbols or the words. Yeah, thank you all. Roads lead to Rome. I'll wait till you see what I've just spotted today and just sat down before I came on and went, oh. Now, I'm not going into all that because that's for people to research themselves. You know, I know what Rome is. I know what the Vatican is. I know what that Pope is who's in right now. And I also know he's going down. I mean, if you think about the Italy getting locked down and then the military troops might be being sent over and people are getting all confused, it's like, yeah, big arrests may be coming. Just saying. Not going into that too much though. So hi Sally Horn. We've got Tapper. Is it Mr. Very funny. Not going to say it, am I? Simon Cooper. I always called you X anyway. So I don't mind anyone being in, but if you get too silly, you'll be getting a taxi. Yeah, so it's a mixed chat on. I'm going to read a little bit about As Above, So Below. Then I'm going to do the Witch's Pyramid. I don't know which way around I'm doing it yet. Then I want to talk a little bit about, I'm going to show you a little bit of Laura Eisenhower's video, because yes, it's about the virus, but done in a different way. If you like looking at things from a different angle, and my angle's energy, a little bit about that, their take on it. And then we're going to go into what I've just realised with when I go to read the As Above, So Below, what I've just realised with the Vatican and the number 7. And I was like, oh, I was looking at it this morning because I posted, and I'll show you. Not that I need to prove it because it's there. This morning, I sent this out in my community page. If you don't go to my community page, you can find my community page on YouTube, and see what I've been posting. And I posted today, because we all know shit's going down in the Vatican. Not really going to go into it because, you know, it's all coming out. That's why I said sit back, watch the big show happening, the big film happening, the Great Awakening happening, of the big movie that we're all watching right now with everything that's going on, you know, is what? Let me go over to it. So my community page. So if I don't say hi to you in chat, I'm just in the flow because I'll get distracted. My community page. One, I've just put one up about, I think that's Derek mentioned. Not a lot of you know who Derek is anyway. So, but about the fear-mongering on the virus will go down as the biggest fraud to manipulate the economy. I've already talked about that. I said you could go over to X22 report. They've talked about all the stuff I was saying about the fear, the banking system, blah, 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 and all that. That's there for you to see. Also on the Q side, you know, I was singing the song, as I said this morning, yesterday, about You Are My Sunshine. And then I didn't even know the Q drop had, well, I knew the Q drop said God wins or God wins. But if you actually tap on it and open it up, because you know, you can tap on it sometimes and it opens it up to something else. This is what came out. I was like, the sun, our Father, the sun. See with all little, looks like little balls coming off a bit. It reminds me of a bit of like plasma energy, like the orbs, which you saw before, hopefully on the video I just did before, singing a bit like Native American Indian, whatever it is. It says, God the Father Almighty, creator of heaven and earth, holy God, holy mighty one, holy immortal one, have mercy on us, on the whole world. God bless our POTUS, our military, and all the patriots, because you know it's a storm now, don't you? Anyway, whatever. I just looked at the sun and went, oh my God, like, because remember, the Son of God, the S-U-N, and then you've got the Mother God, which is the moon, just saying. But it was just funny how I was singing that song yesterday, and then I saw this today. What a beautiful picture of the sun. I know you can't see it properly. That's off a Q post. That goes into something else. And I also posted, this is where I've just sat down now and gone, oh my God. Now, you know, I talk a lot about energies and going on about its alchemy because we're trying to change our lead bodies to gold, our consciousness raising it higher because we've been in a very dense, brainwashed society because the fearmongering side of the TV and all those that know on that side have brainwashed us with hyperhypnosis, which is the TV, tell lies in visions, so on and so forth. Could go on and on and on. But I'm not going to because my little one's not well today and I don't want to be here on too long, even though he's in bed, but got to keep checking. So, where is it? Yeah, community page, back to community page. So, I also posted, oh, maybe I didn't actually. Oh, I didn't, did I? Oh, no, I think I threw it on Facebook, but I'll show you the picture that I put out on Facebook was, because I took a picture of it. But I'm going to show you anyway, because it's going to match up to this as above, so below that I'm going to read out. Now, see if you can see what I see. I'm going to ask you. This is the Vatican. It's got the obelisk in the middle. So I don't need you to go, ooh, there's the obelisk, because, yeah, there's one in DC as well and one in London, the control state London. That's why I say some areas may get, you know, the people going about areas are shut down and this is not there and more food's going out there. Well, I think if you live in more of the controlled state, one being London, DC, and the Vatican, don't forget, they have shut schools down in Ireland, but if you didn't know, the Irish Prime Minister or whatever is very deep state, and they're shutting schools down in other countries, but I guess it depends how big that area is. And if it's the EU, well, what can I say? But not in the UK. They're talking about it, but Boris Johnson has said no, we don't need to do it yet. Well, that's good because in about 2 weeks, it's the Easter holidays. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. So this is a picture of the Vatican. Vatican's a very, very, very big place. So I don't know if you can see, but that's a picture of the Vatican. Let me see if I can get it in focus. I don't know if I'm going to get it in focus. But right there. See, it's a bit of a circle, isn't it? There's a circle in the middle where the obelisk is. Harnessed in energy, by the way. Think Tesla Tower. I've said this before. We all know that. I go on about Tesla all the time. And then who knows what are these, for anyone that knows, what are these 7 statues? Are they the apostles or something? And don't they have them at the, what's the place that burnt down in Notre Dame's cathedral? Didn't they have 7 beheaded things there? But what are they called? Does anybody know? The seven, remember the number 7, and I've just clicked on this afternoon and gone, oh shit. Well, how I see things in my world anyway, does anybody know the statues? There's 7 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, there's 7 of them, and there will be because this is going to go right into my chat. Anybody know what they're called? The 7 apostles or something? Anyway, it's irrelevant. Well, it isn't, but you know, just think there's 7. That's all you need to remember. There's 7. Can you all hear me? I'm getting rather excited now. So I'm like, so before I go as in above, so below, remember the 7. Remember the number 7 because it's very important. I'm just going to play a little bit of Laura Eisenhower's take on I can't remember who she's talking to, but it's someone who's into energy healing and knows that, you know, alchemy we're going into from lead, which means if you think you mean, what's she talking about? Lead. This is where I'm trying to have these chats to show you what alchemy is. And I'm still learning as well, to show you it's not what you've been taught or told. But you can make your own mind up for yourself, which is good. I'm going to go through what I think and show you little bits. Hi, everybody. I'll shout you all out at the end. And then you can see if it's so evil or not. And you might actually sit there and think, do you know what? Yeah, that makes sense. Now, we all know we've been duped in this place where we live on this realm or whatever it is we live on. We know the deceivers have deceived us. And they put a lot of metaphors out there, meaning things, and they twist things. And it's a way of, it's everybody's perceptions of translating things, basically, even the Bible, whatever, so on and so forth. So I just thought I'd bring a little bit of Laura Eisenhower just to listen to of their way of the virus, but not a boring chat about it. And then it'll go into the as above, so below, and then the witch's pyramid. And it all just ties in nicely anyway. But first of all, I would like Tapper to shout out, to put out in the link. Now, before we start, because you've got to have a laugh because it's energy. I've watched this guy. I have shouted him out before, and he just makes me laugh. Now, with all the stuff going on, that's dragging people down, even if you know it's fake. It's dragging people's energy down. And I keep saying, keep trying to keep your energy up. Now, this guy, you've got to go and watch, because especially if you're into the spiritual stuff, it's so funny. He like takes the mick, like serious, but not. It's hilarious. I do like this guy. He's so funny. The way he does his stuff. And I'm just going to play you a bit because it's absolutely hilarious. So let me see if I can show you on air, because they're only short little clips. And oh, my God, he's so funny. We've got to have a laugh, people. We've got to bring this vibration up. So, oh, my God. I've been laughing all day, honestly. Laughing all day. The wonderment of what's going on with the orbs again. And did you see the orbs before? I'll ask you in a minute because I'm not really looking at chat. Just let me find this guy. God, he's so funny. Got to be careful what you're watching, people. But this is called You're Full of Shit. Here's why. Authentic JP. His channel's called Authentic JP. Now, this makes me laugh. This guy's hilarious.
You're not enough to keep yourself.
Right, listen to this.
Hi there. Do you ever beat yourself up?
Hang on.
Hi there. Do you ever beat yourself up?
Hang on.
And maybe you do this by feeling like you're not enough, thinking you should be something more by now, or comparing yourself to others.
He takes the mick, but it's true. You don't need to be more than you are. You don't need to be looking for something to be more than you are. You are everything you need to be. But this guy, if you haven't seen this guy and you want to laugh and you're sick of everything going on at the minute, sick of hearing about the same thing.
People. Do you know why you do this? It's because you're absolutely full of shit. Seriously. And I am too.
Hang on. It's not this one. That's him, but it's not this one. I was watching that. It's the wrong one. It's not the wrong one. You can go and watch it. He did another one. It wasn't that one. It was about, was it about kindness? Oh my God. So let me try and find it. Sorry, guys. I've watched a couple of them. I don't know who's in chat, so hello. It's not that one. Is it this one? No, it's not that one. Is it this one? Oh my God. Don't know where it is. Why can you never find something when you're looking for something? Like I've just said, oh yeah, we'll watch this, and then all of a sudden it's disappeared. Well, it must be that one. Right. So let me check if it's this one.
Hey babe, do you like my new dress?
No, it's not that one. That is really weird. Right, let me go back. Right, let me go on his channel and I will find it there because it's pretty funny. Right, let me just go through. Which one did I see? How spiritual people fight. That's a really funny one. Let's listen to this one and then we'll listen to this. Is hilarious. How spiritual people fight. You know it's true.
Being PC has become nothing more than a power.
Oh no, sorry. Oh my God. This is the one I wanted. I've just pressed on the what I wanted when it wasn't the one I wanted. I don't get it. Or maybe it's not. Let's see.
Being kind, where political correctness gives people the facade of being kind so they don't actually have to be kind. That absence of real kindness means people live in fear if they were to say something that doesn't abide by the constipated code of conduct of the PC culture. But here's the deal. What if we realize political correctness...
Yeah, political correctness. Why have we got to be all PC all the time? You know? Be real. So let's just listen to this one because it is funny.
Builds creativity, connection...
I was checking my history. That's what I was saying. I was checking my history and it wasn't coming up.
Political correctness assumes people are dumb enough to be fooled just because the right words are being spoken. But we've all had the...
I've said this before. Just because somebody is acting nice and saying the words you want to hear, just for example, in the political arena, which we all know is fake anyway, Obama talking about Obamacare and all that, just because someone sounds like they're saying something nice doesn't. Well, then you get someone like Trump who triggers everybody, speaking like he is and being his true, authentic self. I know who I'd rather listen to, and I know who I'd rather trust. Well, obviously you do, but just saying.
Experience of hearing a
Listen to that again.
say all the right things,
See?
Yet you can tell their heart isn't in the right spot because you're not dumb. But maybe what matters is less about what's being said and more about where someone's coming from. What someone stand.
Where are you coming from? I can see Trump's got a good heart. I didn't see them before, and you can see where he's coming from. It's what it's all about, feeling it.
And their sovereignty actually mean by what they say. So what is the solution to the fake kindness that plagues our world with infectious inauthenticity? Kindness. Real kindness shared by real people being real.
Being real.
I might just be drinking a little too much optimism here.
It's like me messing around on air and going, oh God, I can't find it. You know, you all do stuff like that. I'm just being real. There's no smoke and mirrors. I get mixed up when I'm saying stuff and people laugh, but I mean, you all do it. You know, people come on like people who are not normally in chat. Oh, you this, that, and the other. You do it. I'm being real. I'm not being fake with no smoke and mirrors. So, you know, if I get things mixed up and I can't find things on air and I'm filming the wrong way around, well, oh well. It proves that I'm not a robot, basically, doesn't it?
But I think together we can bring in a new paradigm of real kindness into our world. Maybe even popularize it. And reimagine a world where we forget to be fake while we're busy honoring real kindness. Instead of being intimidated by angry people trying to manipulate what you say, don't say, and how you act, I say be motivated to double down on your kindness. Because it feels good and it treats people well. And it gives you permission to be you. Because when you're just being politically correct, you're definitely not being yourself. And I know sometimes it's tough to choose real kindness over the artificially flavored version in the PC culture because we live in a society that glorifies reading off the script and is quick to demonize variations from it. But there is hope. People are wise. They can sense kindness even when you're not reading off the script. So be bold and stand for something more. Be you, be unique, and unapologetically share your perspectives while being kind.
I unapologetically share mine.
Sorry, you have to say matters more than what the script says. Join me in the pro-kindness movement by being real and being kind.
This is his advert. It's hilarious.
I'll get mad at you.
Right. Now this, you got to watch this. See, I'm showing you a few bits just to make you laugh. This is called How Spiritual People Fight. He's so bloody funny at what he does. Right, hang on a minute. Please check his channel out. Authentic JP. It's bloody hilarious. We need a laugh. Right, you ready?
Dude, I love your malas. Are those new? Yeah, just got them. Wow, what kind of wood are they made out of? Plastic, but they're meant to look like wood from the Bodhi tree. Oh. You know, that's the same type of wood that professional monks use.
Makes me giggle.
Thanks for bringing the salad, man. I love kale. Yeah, for sure. You know, kale is the most nutrient-dense food ever. I love it. Actually, sea moss is the most nutrient-dense food. I accept you as you are, but you're incorrect. I'm no Eckhart Tolle, but you're not being the observer right now. You're being the participant. So I don't feel like you're coming
If you know about the spiritual words that I chucked out there, because this is why this makes me laugh. It's so true, but it's so good and it's so funny. Oh my God.
from a very pure place with that perspective. I hear you. I feel you. Yet I'm present with what is. And I feel like you might be caught up in the doingness of your own mind. I honor your perspective, but I feel like you haven't smudged yourself for a long cycle. I smudged myself this morning. Doesn't seem like it. Might be counterfeit safe.
I smudged the house this morning.
Well, my higher self wants you to know that you're completely wrong. You're just projecting your sense of wrongness onto me. No, you're projecting that I'm projecting. That's your projection. That is not my projection. That is my vibrational frequency. And honestly, it feels like your frequency is vibrating at a much lower level. I know you're vibrating at the frequency of being religious, not spiritual. You're just not in the now of right now. Who are you to judge? You've never even been to the now. You're judging me to be judging. It seems like you've eaten meat recently. You're very acidic. I can feel it. Well, you're not really an empath. I think you've been faking it all along. I can't stand your ego right now. Well, you signed a soul contract to be with it. Not to be friends with your entities? You're so unaware. Unaware? I was born with Saturn in the second house and my moon rising, okay? I may not be a very detailed person, but I am very aware. You haven't even noticed my isness all day. Do you even care?
You haven't even noticed my isness. I love it. I'm with my isness today. No, I am. I'm with my isness. Are you with your isness today? I love it. I love it. I love it.
I just wanted you to validate your own self for once. You're one to talk. You've forgotten your true nature. Sure, but you didn't already forget where you came from just so that you'd be able to remember where you've forgotten you were. Yes! I know I'm a drop of water in the ocean absolute, born into the relative so I can experience who I am and not just know.
Because basically, that's all what we're doing, but he just takes the mick. It's so funny.
Who I am? You are the least Christ-like person I know. Wait. Christ-like in the energetic sense of Christ consciousness that anyone can eventually attain, or Christ-like in the sense of one literal man who banged a prostitute?
Ooh.
Energetic. Oh, how dare you! Yeah, it's obvious you believe in time. You know that I know that time is just an illusion. An illusion? You want a watch to work. But I don't have it on right now, and you couldn't have more of a false sense of self. Well, my energy is already a part of your energy, so you're really just talking about yourself. I don't unconditionally love the part of me that is you. Well, then we don't have a past life together anymore. With love and light, get the hell out of my life. Namaste.
Mama, stay. I swear, if you're looking for a laugh this week to bring your vibration up, go and check JP Authentic, or Authentic JP is called. Tapper's put it in the chat. Oh my God. I watch him every now and then. He just makes me laugh. He does things on relationships, how to be true. What is it? How to be truthful in a relationship. Oh, you mean you're not, because it's just hilarious. So funny. So I'll just do a quick hi because I've seen quite a few of you come in now. Maggie, Son, Martin Ellen, Tapper, Sally, Candy Cane, Miss Chime, Dave, Mark, who else is in? Simon Cooper, Scott Ferguson. Hang on a minute. Bernice, I think I just saw then. Who else did I see? Paul from Newcastle. Astro Thief. Mr. Somebody, Mr. G, I'll just say. Don't know who that is. I'm looking. You might have to come out. Oh, Four Leaf Clover I've just spotted. And you might have to go back to the bottom if you haven't shouted your name out. I'll shout your name out again later because I'll get distracted. But hi everybody. So yeah, I just had to show that because I thought I have to show a bit of fun things because I just find him quite funny. I like to share with you what things I watch. There's a piece of fluff flying about. But yeah, so that was quite funny. And now we're just going to listen to a little bit of Laura Eisenhower's take on the virus, but in a different way, energetic way. And then I'm going to tell you about As Above, So Below and what I've just found out with the 7. If anyone has just come in chat, in the Vatican, I've just shown the picture in the middle where the obelisk is, and we all know what that is, like a Tesla Tower energy energy conductor or extractor, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, just subbed. The 7 statues, are they like the 7 apostles or something? Because there was also 7 statues at Notre Dame Cathedral. I've just clicked onto something, so just remember that. But if anyone knows, put it in chat. And just before I do the whole Laura Eisenhower, hi Clifton Lee. Son, you wanted to ask me a question? Depends what question it is. What question? You said earlier on a comment, and I was like, yes. All depends on what question it is. Yeah, I like to mix it up. We're talking about energies because we need people to understand about energies, because this is the other side of being physical, is the other side, and a lot of people don't know about it, and I'm still learning. Son, was you asking a question? Are you typing it out? Yeah, Finn's okay. He's not well. He's had a temperature. You know, some other mothers would be running around screaming, saying it's the virus, and I'm just like, no, he normally gets this at this time of the year. You know, it's one of them things. So yeah, he's all right. I think I'm probably keeping him off school again tomorrow. Just, you know, it's Friday, and because I heard in the playground the other day some kids have been sick, but it's that time of year, isn't it? He gets it like twice a year, so yeah, he's all right. He's been okay. He's not at much, but he's drinking. So see how it goes. Healing mind rambling. Hi, son. I'm going to start talking. I don't know if you're typing a question out. Because if not, I'll start talking and you'll have to ask me after. I'll just give you a minute or so because he might be typing a question out. I don't know. Oh, Dolly, do you remember you did a chat on the Kennedy? I haven't seen. Yeah, I did a chat on the Kennedy. Do you mean JFK Jr.? I did a chat on it the other night, but I did a chat on it about 2 years ago. The JFK Jr. being alive, and I did about, I don't know how many videos. I think some have been taken down because I think on one of them I got about 9,000 or 14,000 views at the time, and this has gone out of focus now. So yeah, I was talking about JFK Jr. So is that what you wanted to know? Do you remember you did a chat on the Kennedy? I haven't seen. Yeah, JFK Jr. In Sweden, if you are ill, you are not allowed to go out for 7 days. Oh, that number 7 again. Remember that number 7 because it's going to come up in a minute. Is that what you were asking? The other day I did a video. Was it yesterday or the day before? About JFK Jr. A bit of a mixed chat. I have to admit it, but it's JFK Jr. I wasn't necessarily talking about JFK Jr. So yeah. So anyway, I'm going to get back into chat because I don't want to be on too long because of Finn. So we're just going to listen to a bit of Laura Eisenhower, and then I'm going to go back into my witchy book, and we're going to have a look at the alchemy book. Sorry, where is it? I don't know where I put it now. My alchemy book and my witchy woo book about the witch's pyramids. You know, that shape that everyone's scared of because of the Lumafati, but they only stole it. So anyway, my granddaughter was kept off school today as she has had a cough, and that's what I mean. They're going to do it anyway, kept off school. And I mean, teachers should know. I used to work with kids that so many different times in the year, kids get colds and little bits of flus and stuff like that because they're all with other kids, and the seasons are changing. So it's a bit like why everyone's freaking out. I don't know why, but obviously they have to look like they're doing something. You know what I mean? But Boris Johnson over here has said they're not closing the schools because they don't need to. They're off in 2 weeks for the Easter holidays. April showers brings May flowers. Just think of the Pope. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, and before I go on, did anyone see the lovely orbs that came in before with me chanting thing that I do? And I'm always going, I don't know what I'm doing, but as just JP said before, I think my higher self knows. I was watching Prime Disclosure, and we were talking about, I'll have a look at that. We were talking about, he had a picture up that looked like a bird, like the Rainbow Tribe from the Hopi Prophecies. And every time I always think of that, I get into that thing where it sounds like Native American Indian. And then I always get the blue orbs in. I think of the blue Kachina. If you watch the Michael Jackson video, Can You Feel It? At the end, it's a Native American Indian guy that calms everyone down and everyone unites around the world when something happens in the sky, like a sky event, like a light event, power event, plasma event, I don't know. Makes me think of that. And then I got the orb in that was like, hi, come and have a look. And they were a bit rainbow coloured as well. So if you don't know about the Hopi Prophecies, the story of when the children went missing with the Star People, check it out. Dolly, today on Italian news, there were a photo of the President JFK and Sharon Stone with a t-shirt JFK and I don't know what that means. Well, put it this way, the Q thing and everything that's going on behind the scenes behind the virus, because the virus is a smokescreen for arrests and everything, and loads of stuff going on, Tom Hanks and all that now. You know, you're going to hear about them lot in Hollywood, we all know is, it's all to do with JFK. I'll just say now before I go on, JFK, his dad, was calling out the secret societies. This sort of goes into this alchemy chat, but then it doesn't because there's two sides. He was shouting them out, that's why he got assassinated. His son, JFK Jr., carried the plan on. He's not dead. Carried the plan on with a certain someone. I'm not going into that because this chat isn't about that. But JFK's got a lot to do with that. The family, Kennedy, have got a lot to do with what's going on. If you know about the whole story, I can go into that another time because that isn't about this. But yeah, so people have heard me chat about it. But if you're pretty new, you won't know that I've talked about it. So I could do a little chat on it again, but I won't do it. Yeah, Junior is alive. Exactly. It's part of the plan with what's going on. And but you know, keep your eyes open and we'll see. We'll see. So we're just going to listen to a little bit of Laura Eisenhower's take on the virus, but this is in an energetic way. It doesn't matter. Don't get freaked out with someone saying planet or this, that, and the other, you know, for people who are into flat earth and that. It's not about that. Some people aren't bothered what shape it is. They're not focusing on what it is, and that's all right, but they're focusing on the energy, because one thing we all are is energy, and everything is energy, and this is what people need to learn within themselves. When I go into the whole alchemy thing in a minute, which I will just be taking snippets out of my books just to feed you a little bit to see what you think, but really you should be doing your own research and their own research within yourself as well, and then you come to the experiences of, aha, there is a creator, so on and so forth, and messages coming every day, like when I'm singing. Just said the thing at the beginning with the whole the Q post with the sun blaring out, and I was singing that song yesterday about the sun, and I've just realized something today with the 7 apostles or whatever they are. Yeah, everything is energy. That's what Nikola Tesla knew. That's why I bang on about him, and obviously Trump's uncle knew Nikola Tesla, so that's all I'm saying. Because I think I heard Roxanne saying something on the channel about Edison. The reason why you were taught about Edison at school, because he was the fake ass one. He stole his ideas. His current was the evil one. He put it through elephants, cats, and killed them and blamed it on Nikola Tesla. Nikola Tesla wanted for humanity, 369, energy, frequency, and vibration. And Edison didn't. He put it on a meter, so we all have to pay for it. Well, it's an electrical universe and it's free. The energy, everything's energy. So but I'm not going into that because I've done a chat on that. I can do another chat on that again. I've talked about that constantly. But anyway, let's go into and that's what we're all learning about. It's more than you think, people. So Laura Eisenhower, and I'm not coming into chat because I'll get distracted. Let's just put a new one up. So I said, don't get triggered by certain words. Some people are not focusing on certain what the shape is, and that is they know we've been lied to. That's the whole one thing people do know. Yeah, John Trump, exactly, was a scientist and he knew. But they're trying to bring good vibrations in stuff. They know about the energy. They're not concerned about that. So please don't get triggered if you're off something else and you're thinking, oh, I can't watch this because she's just mentioned planet. Like, you know, calling the earth. It's like, whatever, it doesn't really matter. So let's see. We'll go over. This is today's. We're just going to listen to a bit of it. She's got someone on the show called Eric Rains. So let's have a listen. I'll just show you. I'm not going to hold it.
Laura Eisenhower. I have Eric Rains back with me. I'm really excited to have him here to ask him a bunch of questions, and he's also doing a retreat, which I'll ask him about. So thank you so much for joining me, Eric.
Thank you. Thank you for having me, Laura. I really appreciate it.
Oh yeah, for sure. So let me tell you a little bit about Eric. So Eric is an etheric alchemist, student of life at Unleashing Natural Humanity. You can find my our interview together that we did.
Can you hear
on
it?
my YouTube channel. After a dark night of the soul,
can you hear it? Because I'm just going to sit back and chill out a minute while we're listening to it, so I can finish my brew off. I just need to know if you can hear it. So 5 by 5. Thank you, Martin.
In 2012, then an intense energetic activation in 2013, Eric Rains became aware of the implantation and parasitic construct by direct observation. His subsequent search for answers about this experience led him on a journey to self-discovery. This discovery, coupled with more and more real-world practice, has allowed him to gain deep understanding of how this invasive system works, how to identify the interferences and constructs, how to promote self-protection through daily practices, and most importantly, how to remove these false constructs from himself as well as others. So this is just great timing because we got the madness going on with coronavirus, and I just have all kinds of questions, but let's see in the window area. But I don't know, if you want to just start and just share a little bit about this retreat, or you want to wait till the end.
Yeah, we could definitely start talking about the retreat right now. It's not going to take but like 2 or 3 minutes.
Okay.
So pretty much what I'm doing is this is the 4th annual Golden Frequency Retreat, and we have it in McLeod, California at the foot of Mount Shasta, and it's going to be the beginning of August. It's going to be a full 7 days where I personally have designed the entire curriculum, and it's designed to activate the physical body through yoga, through meditation, and then I'm going to show people how to do the same work that I do. And some of the things that we've been finding with this type of work right here is that pain is truly an option inside of the body. And what we can do is we can activate our own internal state.
This is what I'll interrupt, but this is what I'm saying about pain is you don't have to have pain in your body. It's letting go of energies they hold in your body. Like I've said before, we all explain it a bit differently. And that's why I wanted you to listen to how he's saying it. When you release it, you can release all these pains and aches and stuff like that because it's stored crappy energy, basically.
And then fill it with the emotion that we prefer inside of the body. And then we can go find the places where we have things stuck inside of the muscle memory. And
I'll have to check it out.
The muscle memory is literally the only reason besides direct injury or deformation that we keep pain trapped inside of the body. And it's just the tension. It makes things tight, then it pulls bones out of alignment, it pinches the nerves in between right there, and then ouch. And so this is why so many people are walking around with uncontrollable tension. They're always tired. It's because their muscles are always activated 100% of the time. And so we go in through the individual activation to learn how to turn the chi flow on. And then from there, we can go into all kinds of places. We're going to be going into...
Sorry, I haven't had my tea.
Crystalline organ rejuvenation, which actually shows people how to directly rejuvenate their organs to make them young again. We're going to be going into the ancestral fields to where the traumas that are passed down through mother to son, father to son, mother to daughter, mother to son, and all of those fields that go back all the way 7, 8 generations back, and sometimes even further. Those are the reasons why we think and feel a lot of the same things that we do, that we don't understand why we have those patterns. And we go in, we go clear those out. We're going to have all kinds of fun with that. Pretty much it's an amazing week where we have everybody come together, and oftentimes what ends up happening is we meet our star
just get past this a little bit.
family. We meet the 9th to the 17th.
Oh man,
To the 17th. I'm not being funny. I don't know how many 17 I see everywhere. Which is in that 17th century, 17 this, 17 that. I was listening to Mark the other day, the one of the spiritual channel. I can never say his second name. And he said, I used to do circles, for meditating and that. I said they got too big, so I had to have 17 over there and 17 over there. Went mathematically, you know what I mean? It's like everywhere. Anyway, I'll shut up.
I'm not going to be around. I'm like, I want to sign up. I would love to join you on that. And I just appreciate your work so much and how you go about things. And it's just like so right on. It's just so right on. So what kind of current energetic events is this all, the retreat you want to talk about, or anything else coming up?
Well, that's pretty much it for the retreat. I actually did an energy update.
Thank you, Astral Thief. Yeah, the pyramid. Talk about the witch's pyramid a minute. Just let me get past this.
This morning, I falling victim to this.
I'm going.
And what ended up happening was a massive blowback. It's like, so the systems of control right now, this is what's keeping the planet pulled down inside of this 3D.
The systems of control are keeping us pulled down in a lower negative energy, which is like lead. We've got to release ourselves to be gold. It's what we're doing. It's what we're doing. But listen to how he explains. It's great.
Density. And fifth dimensional understanding is where the planet's light. It's open. It's clean, and it lifts up into those light fields. And the ancestral traumas, like I was talking about for the retreat, these are the fields that pull things down. The nonstop wars, these constant fear progressions and these fear programs that are put onto the planet. If everybody just one day dropped all of this and we all decided to love each other and laugh and have a good time with each other, you know, throw a big, gigantic worldwide music festival.
Hi, Missy.
These systems would dissolve overnight. And they're already on the way out. And this is why we're seeing so many crazy things happening.
See, loads of different communities know that this old guard is on the way out. Everybody knows, and that's a consciousness of what's going on. It doesn't matter what truthing realm you're in, or what shape you say in the realm is. We all know, though, energetically or not energetically. If you don't know nothing about the energetic of the side of alchemy, maybe you're starting to look into it because it's making sense. That's why I'm doing little chats on it. Brilliant. You don't need to know, but in a sense you do, because this is what we're doing. It makes it easy when you know about energies and how to go for certain things that come in, which is what I'm going to be talking about over the next couple of weeks.
Because they're old systems to where they would get a major fear reaction from a little bit of input, like they have to put a lot more into it now, and the input or the output of the fear is getting smaller and smaller. And eventually they're going to have to put too much into it, and they're not going to get that fear response. And that's when this is all going to start collapsing.
Already is.
What happened with this coronavirus is it's like they way overstepped their bounds right here. And the amount of source light that is coming.
Thing is, what they don't know is, because Laura Eisenhower knows about Q. I don't know if he does. They're going, oh yeah, but the only thing is they don't know. They've set their own trap with that virus. They've set their own trap. It's ace. So wonderful right now, what's going on.
Through our solar system right now, I've never even felt this before. It's like if my own...
He's saying he's not felt the energies like this in the solar system. It's about feeling the energies. People don't feel them because they're too distracted basically. I know the real personally because I'm experienced them, and I show you them, like hence my orbs today that came in can be my energy or spirit realm. So if you didn't see that, please go and check it out because it was beautiful. That came up to the camera and when I was doing that chanting thing. It's the tone, and that's what Prime Disclosure said today on his channel. It's the tone, it's recognizing tone, it's a frequency. I don't actually really think it matters what I'm singing. It's just a tone, and it's my tone as well, because I'm doing all this, like all these songs are coming in, all these songs that I think I'll be making little songs out of. They're just coming in. I was looking at the sun this morning, I'm like, oh, the sun, Father, Son, and Mother Moon. But I'm like, oh, and all of a sudden, it's like you get a download. I'm like, oh, I'm singing. And I'm just singing in the kitchen random songs. I'm like, oh my God, actually, it sounds good. This is how it all comes in your vessel and comes out. So I just have to show everybody what it is. Some people might think I've gone batshit crazy. Really don't care, because it's making me feel good, and that's what it's about. But I'm just sharing my experiences to show people in my universe right now it's happening. It can happen for you. And I know there's loads of people in here, like Miss Chime Tapper. I know there's loads of you who are seeing the same things or feeling the same things and have channels that you're putting yours up as well. So I made all the songs up. Yeah, they're my songs that I made up. So just a bit of it. Hi, Imagination Warrior. I think I'm coming over to Unbiased on the Fence with you, Michelle. That is you, isn't it? Maybe Saturday. I've said Saturday night. I know it's been late in the UK, 1 o'clock in the morning. I don't know if he's got back to me yet, but I'm thinking Saturday because my little one's ill, but he won't be here at weekend. So I'm well excited. If you're on, I don't know if you are. Are you on? I've emailed Shane from Unbiased on the Fence, and I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm just waiting to see if I get a response off Imagination Warrior. I don't even know if you know. I think you do. Yeah. Shane was going to let me know Friday or Saturday. Yeah, I think Saturday's better for me because I think I'm going to be tired tomorrow because little Legs is poorly, but his dad's this weekend. So Yeah, so I'll see what he says. But if you didn't know, there's a great channel called Unbiased on the Fence with the lovely Shane, and one of the co-hosts now and again is Imagination Warrior, Michelle Wolf. And I know you know a few things, you were on in the rabbit holes and all sorts of different things, but that channel is a great channel. Talks about mandala, orbs, everything, discussing things that they think it is, you know, and all that, but very positive energy and not looking into the fear all the time, trying to work out what it is. So I can't wait. Yes, I'll have a little nap and then I can go on later, but it's weekend, so it's okay. Saturday is good for me to, yes. So just thought I'd shout that out in the chat. So I'm just going to ignore the chat at the minute because I just want to listen to Laura Eisenhower's little bit on it. I'm not going through the whole thing, and then I'm going to do the alchemy thing. Yeah, we just talk shift, yeah, because we're shifting people to the golden age. So yeah,
connection to source was like the flow of a garden hose worth of liquid. It's like all of a sudden an ice dam broke and there's a tsunami that's like flooding everything down.
And I feel like that.
And I've never seen anything like it.
I feel like the energy's just flowing, because how I feel with this singing coming in, I think that's what John Binney does. You know John Binney if you know John Binney. But I'm just like, where's all this coming from? It's amazing. It's making me feel like, oh my God, I'm not even bothered about what's going on out there. Because, you know, I know there's good things coming anyway. So that's why I said I don't have to focus too much on it, because this was meant to happen.
Been definitely a trying couple of weeks here, but there is going to be some major shifting. And I'm honestly expecting it even today. I guarantee you we're going to start seeing some stuff happening even just today. And as this goes forward.
See, when we say the shift, there's a shift coming in the physical, as in with the whole, what's going on behind the scenes, you know, the Q stuff that I talk about now and again, the old guards going down. And then on the opposite side, because that's your physical body, that's the material, that's your physical body, though goes into conjunction with the shift of your spiritual self within. This is all changing. The two have to come together. That's why you're seeing a change on the outside, because there's a change on the inside. It has to match up. It has to match up. That's why so many people have been out of not knowing who they are. They've been ill. They're dying. They don't know what is it, because this is how. Think of the Dark Crystal when they merged together. As Devlin Maggi said the other day, and you know I've done a big rundown on the Dark Crystal, the film, and the Age of Resistance is on Netflix. It doesn't mean you can't watch films. People will say, can't watch films anymore. I still watch them. I still enjoy them. I do not let that side put me off a film. The film is the film. It's how you take it. You know it's normally twisted. Sometimes they're not all twisted. The Age of Resistance isn't twisted. That shows you truth, but everyone looks at it as fantasy. The ones that they'll say are truth, they're twisted. But I enjoy it. I don't fear what that is. People go about subliminal messages. You can't be brainwashed if you know what's going on. I used to think that at the beginning. I thought, I'm not letting them not let me enjoy my stuff, because I still enjoy it anyway. And that's when someone said, well, you go on Netflix. Yeah, but I work it out for myself. So just saying.
Get stronger. We're going to start seeing some major dismantling of a lot of the control systems. And it's going to be a very, very interesting time to be alive. And that's why a lot of us are here. You know, we're the people.
He's even quoting Q there. It's the greatest time to be alive, people. And people are getting so down with stuff. No, it is the greatest time to be alive. It seems chaotic. I think Eileen said the other day, I've been saying it, we are in the eye of the storm. Like Trump said ages ago, there's a storm coming. We're in it right now. If military troops go there, we know what's going on. We're in the eye of the storm, eating popcorn.
It's the lighthouses that carry this field of resonance into the darkness. And instead of letting the darkness affect us, we affect it. And it's finally starting to work.
It is.
Yes.
Because more people are awakening.
It's so wonderful to, you know, really tune in. I mean, it's so.
Yes, Imagination Warrior. Altered Carbon. I've gone through it. I've seen the first series and the second series. There's something new coming on Sunday. Can't remember what it's called. I'll find out. But Altered Carbon, consciousness and all that. It's all there. It's all there.
Oh, with this increase in light energy, I mean, the dark.
And yeah, thank you, Simon Cooper. What a timeline to be alive. Get on the right timeline with that good ass energy. It is. I'll tell you what, when I wake up in the morning, I'm just like, oh, I never thought I'd get to this age going, can't even explain it.
Agendas are just, wanting to create that fear field and keep us, you know, kind of low. But yeah, I guess on an energetic level, you see people
Thank you, Rachel. See, Rachel said, I had a blip today and went into panic mode about food shortages, etc. Had a good talk to myself and then I'm good now. Exactly. I mean, if you're fearing, get a little bit. But the thing is, when you see something on TV, please, this is all about know yourself. Feel it. Do you really think, knowing about mainstream media, just feel the energy? Like I said, don't fear. If you are obviously, if you like that, get bits in. I'm not even, that's just, I'm not even bothered, but that's how I am. It is what it is. You know, if the world's going to end tomorrow, the world's going to end tomorrow, but we all know that's not happening. The way they had it is ending. It's time for us now. It always will be like that because we're the real people. Hi, Eileen, I'm coming over on Saturday, I think. Oh my God, I can't wait. I'm so excited. The lovely Eileen is often biased on the front as well, and she has her own channel as well. Hey, Dolly here, but working. Oh, okay. So yeah. Anyway, I'll show up. It's going to take.
I'm having a breakthrough where it's like, wait a second, I'm really wasting my time giving all my energy to this. It's almost like they're shooting themselves in the foot, right? Like
when you're giving all your energy to something, just to go back to Rachel there, that's what I was saying the other day. What are you focusing on? If you're focusing too much on the material and what's being said and going over and over again, it's going to make you ill. So you need to get a bit more in the spirit. It's about balancing. You see, it's like, oh, this is yeah. Well, I'm going to look a bit there. I'm going to go in within myself now, and I'm going to boost myself up in some good ass energy. I was on my hoop again before, so yeah.
Again, like how 9/11 was. There's no event anymore that can really capture humans in the way that it has throughout.
We are the event. The event's already happening. We're the event. Everyone thinks we're like going off the realm. We're the event. It's happening within us, and then it pumps out. So I just think it's amazing.
History.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, and that's the thing too, is like, you know, shooting yourself in the foot. That's a really good example of what they're doing right now. Their control game, their system.
Now listen to what he says now. I said this the other day. It's a trap anyway. They think they set a trap with the virus. It's a trap anyway. They're shooting themselves in the foot. They're shooting themselves in the foot because all they're doing, especially with the toilet roll thing that's going on all over the world, the stupid toilet roll shortage of everyone going mad. Never mind about food, Rachel. Just get your toilet, your bog rolling. It's showing you. I said this the other day. It's showing people how sheeple they are because they see it and then they think, oh, I must go and get some toilet roll. It's showing people to scratch their heads like, what is actually going on? All the things that are happening now, like everything. It's like, what's his face? Bloody Joe Biden and all that, don't know what day it is, shouting out, yeah, vote for Trump. Loads of things are going on and people are like, what the hell is going on? It's like dysfunctioning. The matrix is dysfunctioning. And it really, this virus is good in a way because it's showing people what the hell's going on. The numbers aren't adding up because we all know the numbers are not as many as they say. The people who are dying are older people. You don't hear them saying kids are because it's like a flu. And if your immune system's low, then it's going to get you if you're not careful. So the mainstream media is shooting themselves in the foot basically because it's just, and there's that much about to come out and coming out. They're not going to be able to report on it all properly. They're just going to get caught in the lies. And that's basically what's happening.
The way that they operate, like this has been well documented.
We are watching a movie.
And it's been
greatest movie ever told.
And it's mostly on a physical level where we're seeing a lot of this with the control systems and the subliminal programming and everything that's kind of happening in the background to keep people in a fear, panic.
And just think, Rachel, there are some shelves that haven't got food. Mine is still the same. The only one they haven't got is hand sanitizer, Calpol, because my son's been ill, because the kid's been ill, but then everyone freaks out and thinks, oh my God, they got the virus, and pasta. But don't forget, you don't know if they've held back because the shops might think that, or they've done it on purpose to put people in fear. If you see that, they know how fear works. So at the end of the day, I just say, stay calm. If you need to get a few cans in, get them in. But like I said, I'm just me, and I'm just like, whatever.
But we've been exploring the energetic ties and seeing how this goes out into the past, the present, and the future. And what's happening is as these systems are
toilet paper won't save you.
More and more people are seeing this playbook and they're recognizing it when it happens. Like, you know, I don't know how often people look at a.
Yes, thank you. Is it Deanie? A 103-year-old lady in China just got over the coronavirus. The thing is, if you didn't know, you need to watch X22 report. China's recovering already. So if China's recovering, this is going to be over probably by the end of the month, because we all know it's just a distraction. Yeah, they're recovering in China now. China's recovering. That's all I'm saying. If you want to know more about that, because it's not really what I'm talking about, go and check today's X22 report out. It says it all there.
A shooting now, like a mass shooting, and immediately you've got people jumping all over it, saying, well, this is inconsistent, this doesn't line up, this looks like a drill that they had just the day before, you know, and people are starting to recognize that there are a lot of the times false flag.
It's false flag. It's the drills that they always do. It's like with the shootings, they're trying to take Americans' guns away so you can't protect yourself. They did it in the UK with Dunblane years ago. People forget because they're distracted. It's a pattern that they always do, that they put out these viruses before, and then people go, oh, well, it was prophesized in the Illuminati card game, as I said the other day, or it was in there, it was in there. No, they're just trying to program you on their timeline, because if they put something out, say 20 years ago, 30 years ago, whenever it was, they put all these books out and films of different things, programming you to think that it's a prophecy or it's coming in. It's like, oh my God, did you see this book and it had that in it? Oh my God, it was in the Illuminati card game. Yeah, because they made the Illuminati card game because they knew they were going to make the virus. So in years they could go, oh yeah, look at this, because they do it for the stock market. I've said this before. X22 reports just said that as well. I'm like, see, that's how they play the game. If you know the patterns, that's what they do.
False flags don't mean that people don't die, but it means that it was an orchestrated event in order for something to happen.
Yeah, they tried the same thing over and over, patterns.
And we're starting to see all of this getting laid open. And so as they keep on doing this, they're shooting themselves in the foot over and over and over.
Yeah, exactly, imagination warrior. People are off the streets and people think it's because of the virus, but it's not. There's all sorts going on, big arrests and everything and stuff, and loads. It's multi-layered.
Again, because we know. And
yeah, the looking glass.
As we start looking at it, people have no choice but to recognize it. You know,
oh, right.
This is one of those things that it speaks for itself. And as you start to point it out, and you say, okay, well, you know, I guarantee you that this is going to happen.
Right, the human spike. I know about that. I just want to ask Michelle. I'll ask you again on Saturday if you're on. Prime Disclosure was saying, if you know that channel, does it go 17 seconds or 17 minutes? Because something's 17, because he's even into the Q energy now. So all that 17 in it, that number goes to a lot of things. And also, if anyone's feeling energies, I just keep asking this because I get it all the time. I've obviously been having a left twitchy eye, but the other night in bed, and people make jokes over it, and it's not that. If I lie down, sometimes when I sat down, I get this vibration thing, and it goes through all your body like an earthquake, and I'm always like, oh, here it is. I don't fear it. I just go, oh, it's like somebody, it's like you lay in bed and someone's got the end of the bed and they're trying to shake you off it. It's not like that. It's just, you can just feel it, and it's just like, okay, I'll just go with the flow. Don't really know what's going on, but anybody get that? Because I always ask. It has hit on the 17th. Thank you, Imagination Warrior. It has hit on the 17th for 24 hours, blast several times now. Yes, 17. You can't get away from that number, can you? 17th letter in the alphabet, Q. Apparently, I've also heard that the Lost Gospels were called Quill or something like that. So, and that's got, it's just mad. Mathematically can't be, do you know what I mean? The Q drop is like, oh my God, people.
Happen now because of that. And then all of a sudden it does. It's like, well, how did you know that? Well, because look at all of these. Like, this is the past 95 of them, you know? It's all the same thing.
Yes, Bernice. Yeah, Bernice. Yes, Dolly. When I hear the truth, I can feel it. Goosebumps. That's because you're resonating with it, and you can feel it. Your little antennae and hairs and everything are pricking up.
And this is exactly what they use it for.
Right, and just how we all respond does have a lot to do with also what's been passed down. You know, if there's been a lot of survival energy, you know, coming down from the family lines or past lives connected to maybe dying in a plague, you know, and those, you know, memories come to the surface and those fears. It's like we all have that inner work to do, and this is what you provide such an incredible space for people, because I mean, we have choices here in how we react and respond. And so when you see, you know, people talking about, oh, they're gonna, you know, this is all the reasons that they're trying to say this is happening, and I mean, I almost
right down every rabbit hole, but I came back up like a meerkat, like what are we doing? I'll go down this one now. Whoop, 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 I don't look there. It's the people that get stuck in the rabbit holes and don't come out. We don't really need to seek, because really we know, our higher self knows, but we like to, because we're nosy little buggers, aren't we? But we know initially within, that we don't really need to seek that much because we knowingly know inside, but we like to have a nosy. Our physical material self likes to have a nosy, but as long as you come out of the rabbit holes, because we can't change the past, we're in the now, which will make a great future. So we can't keep harping on about the past and this, that, and the other, and who was this and that, because it's going.
I think sometimes it's beside the point because we have to work the energy anyway, regardless of where it's coming from. But do you see this sort of 5G rollout really happening and things linked to?
Right, the 5G thing, I'm not really in with that. I have got Shungite on, by the way, because she does mention Shungite, but you can listen to that because I'm not going to play it all night because she's on for a bit. But that was Laura Eisenhower, Eric Rains, State of the World, Pandemics, Gathering Healings, you know, they're discussing all that. So that's all good. Now we're going to go into the alchemy book. I'm just going to read a little bit because, like I said, I can't be on too long because the little man is not well. So I'll just see what you're all saying. Now I can turn around to the camera. Did you see the lovely orb before? Like, just dancing about like. What am I wearing? I don't know. Just a top. Do you mean this? Do you mean this? Oh, do you mean this? Tree of Life. I've had this ages. It hangs over my bed. It's a Shungite stone. It's supposed to reflect MF, what they called MF thingies from your technical things. I don't even know what I'm talking about. Your EMFs, is it? I thought it was smaller. It's quite big for me to wear, but I do. It's normally hanging off my bed. So, yeah. Yeah, we have been taught to fight and discern. We've been taught a lot of things and we need to come away from it. So, now, I'm going to ask you all again because a lot more of you come in and you might know what it is. I'm not religious, so I don't know. Now, how do you spell that? I don't know how you spell Shungite. Someone might, you're asking me who's near enough dyslexic, so someone will know in the chat. Anyway, yeah, just claim sovereignty over your frequencies. Exactly. Take your power back, people. No one owns your power. Free energy, you have your own. Right. I'll shout this out again because this is going to go into chat that I've just realised this morning, and it's just what I perceived. So think what you want. But at the Vatican, now we all know, a lot of us know what the Vatican is and what's going down there very soon. Hence, Italy shut down. Anyway, the Vatican, I just showed a picture. There's the obelisk, which we all know is like a Tesla tower, energy conductor, extractor, whatever, admitter, putting brainwashing things out, whatever it is. But Tesla tower, I see. Free energy, things that point up, churches point up, spouse poems, talks about that. So in the middle of I'm going to get the picture up, in the middle for the picture, people who didn't see it, in the middle of the Vatican is this. Now, for people who may know, I don't even know what they're called. Is it 7 apostles? I don't know what they're called, but I know there's 7. You know, I always go on about 7 days of the week, 7 planetary bodies, 7 chakras, so everything matches it, and you'll realise why in a minute. But does anyone know before yeah, Shungite. Anybody know? Right, let me show you the picture. Right, here's the Vatican. And obviously there's a circle, think magic circle. Think cone of power that I was talking up the other day, if it goes into the point of focus. And then there's 7 like statues at the bottom. What are they? Are they like 7 apostles or something? I don't even know what they are. But I know there were 7, I think, that got saved from the Notre Dame Cathedral. Does anybody know in chat? Does anybody know? 7 apostles? I don't know what they're called. Anyway, 7 statues, right? Why is the 7 statues put there around a circle? I only clicked on my phone and went, oh my God, with the obelisk in the middle. Well, let's go into it. Then I read this and went, oh my God. Well, it is a godly number, a goodly number. I know 7 is anyway, because it follows me everywhere. But listen to this. I read this, and I know about this obviously, but I'm sharing it with you. As above, so below. And then I just went, oh, That's what it is. 12 apostles is not sure, but no, what I'm saying, Miss Chime, is whatever they are, it might not be apostles. At the Vatican, there's only 7 there. There's 7, and I think there was 7 at the cathedral. In that picture, yeah, it might be 12 apostles, I don't know, but whatever they are, I'm not saying they're apostles, I just don't know what they are. But whatever them statues are, there's 7. So, and I don't know if anyone knows. So what are they? They resemble the statues, I think. Yeah, it's whatever they are. Anyway, there's 7. You know, it's that number. The 7. Look, I'll show you. The ones that are stood right in front of the obelisk. Orbiter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Just at the front there. Can you see? If you count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There might be something around these circles, but the main ones at the front, just look at that picture, because I'm going to show you something when I've read this, and then think about it. See how that's set there? And you've got the ones at the front, and then you've got this point of, you know, focus. Are they St. Peter's Square? That's the Vatican. I haven't got a clue. I'm just saying anyway. There's 7 statues. Them ones at the front, in front of the obelisk. Are you ready for this? Right. Here goes. Right. So, as above, so below. You might have heard that a lot, and some people fear it because they go, "Oh, it's from the occult." The occult means hidden, and the occult doesn't mean it's all bad. It's to do with alchemy, changing lead to gold, which people think it means to gold money. It's like, no, yourself within. In a short way of putting it, way back when there was different people like witches, sages, they're all the same thing, you know, alchemists, astrologers, people who knew about certain stuff that people would say was magic. Magic is alchemy. It's about energy, basically. As I said with the cone of power the other day, just quickly put it into perspective. So all these people who knew of like the ways of the old way and energies and all that sort of good stuff, when the Roman Church sort of came in, the fake religion, as in, you know what I'm saying, and when that came in, you know, not the true meaning, to take over, they didn't want these people talking about this stuff because they wanted to suppress the people and control the people. So people like, for instance, witches or whatever you want to say, had to go underground. They weren't bad people. They were just like, what's another word they say in the something people? They were just wise, but they had to go underground because then they were shouting about all the witches that need to be burnt and say, they know this, they know that. Oh, they've put a curse on someone. It doesn't mean just because someone died, someone's put a curse on someone, but they used to make all this stuff up to get rid of these people. So it went underground, hidden as if they did it. This is only for an example because it wasn't just what we call witches, which are sages, which are wise men and women that knew about the map of the stars with the map of our body and the herbs and all that they used for medicine that was godly given to us by the Creator. Everything's given to us. So they had to do it in secret because they knew that if they practiced it out in the open, for instance, of the example of a witch, they would get burned at the stake. And it seemed to be as well when you actually look into it. I don't know if Tap's got the channel of the one I put up the other day about Wiccan, the occult, when they're talking about witches, is because I'm doing that as an example, is it seems to be the men as well, because there was a lot more women doing it with long hair, and it's that bit of the split between the masculine and feminine again, because I see it as women are a bit different to men. They think a little bit different. They were a bit more nurturing in with nature and all that, and they'd be making the medicines and things like that. So if anyone gets what I'm saying, that all went underground sort of thing, hidden, where you had to do it behind closed doors, and if you were caught doing it, then they wanted to do something about it, because they didn't want that. They wanted that knowledge to be forgotten about, because if you think about it, history has been twisted, has been changed, and things built over it. So you can't see certain things that happened years ago when people going about mud floods and this, that, and the other, and all this stuff twisted so it looks like it never happened. But there was a side that got into the occult that knew about the old ways and how to harness energy, because basically that's basically what it's about. But they used it for evil, for bad, for whatever you want to call it, whatever that label you want to stick on it. So when people say, oh, the occult, oh, it's the Satanists, the ones that sacrifice people, that, yeah, there is that side of it, because at the end of the day, this energy between me and now, if you know about doing the energy ball thing, where if you do this and you put your hands together, do it right now, do this, pull it back, and you can feel it in your hands. The more you do it, you can feel it in your hands. If you know about, and I'm just saying, if you know about the energies and how to harness them, the power, the energy is not good or bad. Energy is just energy. It's when you put your intention on it. Yeah, it's when you put your intention on it, makes it so-called evil or good. So when people moan about the occult, oh, it's this, that, and the other, and then people go on about the Masons, the Jesuits, the blah, blah. Yes, but there was also good sides, because if you want to go into checkerboard floor thing of the Masons, there's one for humanity and one for not, i.e. Edison versus Nikola Tesla. Nikola Tesla wasn't rich. He didn't want that. He wanted it out for the people. Edison put a meter on the energy. His currents were a killer. He killed pets. He killed an elephant. He put a current through an elephant, lied like mainstream media do, and said it was Nikola Tesla. So no one wanted his current. So they wanted, thinking Edison's was great. So it was all Tesla's idea anyway. So they put a meter on it. So we're all paying for it, because all that side do is make us slaves and pay for everything. So energy isn't evil or good. It is just energy. It's what intention you put on it. So going back to this, I don't even know what I'm talking about now. So going back to the 7. So here we go with as above, so below, because you'll hear that and go, oh my God, it's witchy. It's like this symbol. This symbol's in the cosmos. Earth, air, fire, and water, and spirit, and ether around is what we are anyway. The star in the middle, the Fibonacci, is it the Da Vinci man with the circle, head, arms, legs, pattern of what we are. We have all the elements within us and above us. As above, so below. So I'm going to read out what as above, so below means. Think what you want. I'm just sharing it. And then I'm going to show you the picture where I went, oh my God. Because remember, the Luma Donkey used things on the earth, as above, so below, to replicate the star map, the stars, the energy, because it's as above, so below, the micro and the macro. So if the macro is the God, we're the micro, but we're still little gods, because we still are from God. Some people don't like that, but we do hold that energy because we are from the one. Do you remember that meditation I did where I did a picture ages ago? Let me just see if I can find it, just to give you a bit of a visual. Yeah, it's buffering, probably because I'm talking about stuff. Now, I don't know which book it's in, but just to give you a bit of a visual, I've got loads of books where I write my meditations on. I don't do my meditations every day. This is us right now. Put your armour of God on. Let me find. I've got so many books with. This is how I keep my. I don't write a lot of things down. I do, but I tend to draw them. So I don't know which one it's in. There's Mother Earth. It might be in this one. If it's not in this one, I don't know where it is. Oh, is it not in this one? Don't think it is. Just having a quick think. Is it this one? I don't know. Don't think it's in this one. Oh, this is a new one. I got in. Thing in my head popped in the other day. Crystal Baby. So I was drawing this little baby. I don't know. Oh, Starry. Just let me have one more quick check to see, because it's in one of my books. Got that many books, you see. I found it. Oh, Oh, all these little black books I've got. Right. I think I found it. It's just I want to give you a visual of when I had a meditation. Right. When I have meditations, sometimes I just draw them a visual because that's the way I work. So do you remember ages ago I did the whole Phoenix, which funny enough I got an Unbiased on the Fence when I did that whole BHQ. I can never say it right. The Phoenix, we are the Phoenix rising. We got, I think I did a bit of a Hopi prophecy thing in here. I can't remember. I thought I had a bird thing going on with a. I don't know. Anyway, I think it's in this one. Please be in this one. Is it this one? Might not be. If it's not, I'll have to find it another time. Let me check. Is it? Anyway, I can't find it, but let me check one more time. For the people who don't know, I draw like how I feel, and just for the new people that haven't seen, you know, I normally show my drawings anyway of how I'm feeling at certain things with something coming in. It's always women, divine feminine energy. I draw that this was a meditation, blooming love, feminine, because the love is blooming. That's what I saw, as in the cosmos. It was like a rose, and then it was a feminine energy. So that's how I perceived it. This is how things get done in art, where people think the thing's a person. Like, I don't believe God is a man. It's energy, it's light, but we draw them down as perceiving it as a person sometimes. That's personally just what I think. You know, I know Michelle Wolf, who's in chat. Oh, where are you now? I know you do doodles and stuff. I'm just showing people, for the people who haven't seen. This was the whole JFK energy, even though it looks dead young in this. It didn't start off looking younger than it did. But we've got the whole thing there. We've got this. You know, I love drawing in my books because it's a form of meditation for me. I found it. There it is. Right. So there was, you might remember talking about the meditation, but this is the meditation I got in a few months ago. And this is how I see the all, the creator, God, whatever you want to call it, many different names, same thing. This is what I saw, you see. This is just personally what I saw. It was a big bluey green light. It was a big light, like a crystal. So it says one source, God, whatever you want to call it, like a giant crystal. We are the shards of the crystal we came to experience. So we are from the one big crystal. This is how I'm just putting my explanation of it in my way. And we all came to experience, but we're all little crystal shards of the same one. So we're like mini gods in a sense. We can manifest our reality, but we all come from the one. So I draw what I see. This was to do with trees connecting, and there was this green glow, you know, pulsating, and all the roots were connecting, as above, so below, because looking above, the tops of the trees, if they didn't have leaves on, look like the roots anyway, so on and so forth. But that's what I'm sort of, you know, just wanted to show you the visual there. So as above, so below. Yeah, we are God sparks. That's why I said think of the film. That's why I said you can watch films. Think of the film Transformers. They were looking for the Allspark. You are the Allspark. Well, the Allspark, we come from the Allspark. That is fluff flying about. The Allspark, the Decepticons are the Deceptors. You know, WikiLeaks. I don't know what's going on with WikiLeaks. Anyway, I'll shut up now. Right, as above, so below. So I just want you to listen to this because this is going to go into the 7 statues that I've just realised today and gone, oh my God. So, as above, so below. Yeah, they are powerful. Astrology and alchemy are very closely connected. Indeed, all the alchemists work with aspects of astrology. And I just want you to listen to this and make your own thing on it, you know. But this is what I'm into. It's not evil. I'll start again, sorry. Astrology and alchemy are very closely connected. Indeed, all the alchemists work with aspects of astrology and share its symbols. The Hermetic, I think it says dictum, as above, so below. establishes astrology as a central pillar of Hermetic thought. The plan of the heavens, the map of the heavens is a map of Earth. This is why I say that side tries to replicate on Earth what's up there, trying to the points of different, heavenly bodies, stars and stuff. And though, because it's like a clock, star clock going around the realm. And those who can read the heavens will understand the workings of all things on earth. That's why the Luma Fati know what, if you want to talk about good side and bad side, they knew what the good side knew. They know. That's why they tried to keep it from us. That's why the Masons have the, working outs of that's why on the sea, and we're on maritime law, on the sea, they used the stars to navigate, didn't they? It's all in the stars. That's why it tells you to not look at the stars. They want you looking at the celebrity stars. They're the wrong stars to be looking at. So if you think about it, it's like, that's interesting, isn't it? Do you not think that's interesting? I'm going to carry on. There's only a little bit to it. So I will read that one more time. Astrology and alchemy are very closely connected. And don't forget, when we had the big thing of the shutdown of the big telescope, the Lucifer one, whatever it's called. Oh, yeah, well, they look at that. The Pope, they're looking out at the star map because they know this. They know about the energies. They knew what was coming. That's why they can't stop it anyway. Many different ways to look at things with the Q thing. Q's very layered. Everyone goes, oh, they can't stop what coming because it's this side of it. They're going for this and they're going for that. It also means they could never stop what was coming out. It's multi-layered things going on up there. So just saying, I'll read it out again. Astrology and alchemy are very closely connected indeed. All the alchemists work with aspects of astrology and share its symbols. That's why the Luma Fati, or whoever you want to say they are, have the same symbols as certain occult on the white magic side. There's black magic and white magic, because they know what the symbols are. The energy, like 33, Christ consciousness. Christ supposed to have, what was it, died and resurrected on 33. 333, 369, really, isn't it? There's 3, and then 2 3s are 6, and then 3 are 9, 369, the energy. They're just using the same, but because they put it out there to program you to fear it, if I was wearing a triangle now, you get people going, oh my God, she's part of the Illuminati. It's like, not really though, is it? So just saying, the swastika, everyone gets triggered about that. Well, Hitler stole that from the Buddhists, because it's I can't remember which way around it is. It's Orion or the Big Dipper, whatever that makes. When the stars move around the realm, when they start changing around, it makes the sign of the swastika. It's a sign of peace. But when people don't understand, they fear what they see because they're told off mainstream media and even some books and things from way back, because they made sure they put that out there so they think you're reading the right things. That's why they did book burnings, because the ones that had truth, they don't want you to know. Then they make books with the history hidden. So just saying, Yeah, but the Big Dipper is a sign of peace. And everyone freaks out about it. It's like, it's not what it's not. It makes the swastika sign. But people, the Buddhist, you only have to look into that. Hitler was into all the esoteric stuff because he wanted to learn about power, how to harness it. Did he use it for evil? Well, there you go. But someone else harnessed it, like Tesla. He was a good man. He wanted for humanity. But the grip that was on so much with the guard that was in, that's getting taken down now. We know what happened there, don't we? So just saying. So yeah, the symbols, the Hermetic dictum, as above, so below, established astrology as the central pillar of Hermetic thought. The map of the heavens is a map of the earth, and those who can read the heavens will understand the workings of all things on earth. That's why, to me, it's more of a realm, because there's a star clock going around. It's like a big clock. Personally, that's what I think. Anyway, I'll carry on and read a bit more. Well, they're going down anyway, so it doesn't matter. The solar system is a single body. The planets, including the sun and the moon, are the vital organs of the body and correspond to organs within the human body, as well as to the archetypes of the human psyche. That's why I'm saying it's as above, so below. The heavenly bodies above connect with our bodies below, and the psyche as well, with the energies that affect us. So, blah, blah, blah. The balance of planetary attributes that we contain varies from person to person, just as the balance of the 4 elements varies in all mixtures, including plants and minerals. We may, for example, describe someone as, I'll probably say this wrong, Saturnian, meaning from Saturn. If you've got, you know, when you look at your star chart, if you've got Saturn in your house or something or other, it might make you a bit more, whatever that energy consists of in your star chart makes you a bit more that way. So you're more Saturnian, which people say Satan, Satan, you know, think about it. I'm just saying, I'm just reading this out and you can all see what you think. Saturn or Mercurial, I can't even say that. If they strongly inhibit certain qualities of Saturn or Mercury, right, I'm going to have to say this name here, Paracelsus, I've probably said that name wrong, but he was an astrologer from way back, emphasizes the planetary correspondence with the regard to diseases and medicine. Because if you didn't know, a lot of planets, if you look into what they correspond with plants, have medical, you know, herbs to them. So you can work out if there's something wrong in your body, you can work out what herb you need to take. So back in the day with so-called witches knew about herbs. You don't want you knowing about that because they want you on Big Pharma. Just saying. So planetary corresponds with the regard to diseases and medicines. If a patient has a disease of the heart, for example, then it reflects a weakness or imbalance of the marital energies, as may also be indicated by the blood problem. The corresponding medicine should therefore be made from a planet ruled by Mars, such as a nettle, or from iron, the metal of Mars. This is that name, I think it's Paracelsus, I know I've said that wrong, the astrologer, means when he says medicine is without value if it is not from heaven. Of course, so natural. So that makes total sense to me and always has done, because I've been on this for years, you know, of this belief. Just saying, it might not be yours, but it's nice to listen to. So yeah, I saw something else there. Weakness. See, reflects the weakness of imbalance. We're trying to balance ourselves. So that's why we need to know about these energies and how things work, so we can become enslaved. And no, because we're not really slaved. It's all an illusion. Take your power back. We don't consent to none of it. So I'll go on. Paracelsus, the astrologer, and I know I've got that name wrong, repeatedly stresses the importance of working with the stars, not celebrities, because we all see what's going on right there now, don't we? Tom Hanks and everybody else. As an astrologer, the alchemist, he says, should know the innate nature of the stars, their complexion and property, as well as a I don't even know what that says, something, understands the nature of a patient and also the correspondence of the stars, how they stand in relation to men, animals, the 4 elements, and all the things that grow and spring from the I don't know if that says matrix, something of the elements. But basically, oh, I forgot what I was going to say then. Hang on a minute. I don't know. It was something in that paragraph. I was like, oh yeah, and then I just forgot. Let me look at it again. I don't know. Might come back to me in a minute, but I'll just carry on because I can't see chat or anything. So yeah, making sense to me. In Hermetic physiology, I can't say it. The seven, remember, because it's coming up to the Vatican thing that I've just realised today. The 7, and remember, I'm always going on about the number 7. The 7 physical bodies of the solar system, all of which are referred to as planets. That's what I was going to say. Now, this is why we know NASA lie. And this is why we know, yeah, there are planets or celestial bodies up there, the living, breathing, because they're emitting energy, therefore they're living. But NASA are not showing us properly what they are. We've seen star videos. We know they pulsate and move. That's not what NASA say they are. So, yes, NASA lies, but some people even think there isn't planets or celestial bodies. There is. It's just NASA lies, basically, about what they really are, because they don't want us to truly know how we really work with the energies and so on and so forth. So anyway, etic bodies, the 7 physical bodies. Now remember, physical bodies, remember they replicate on Earth. What's above, as above, so below. Physical, the 7 oh God, I can't even speak. The 7 visible bodies of the solar system, of all which are referred to as planets. See, they're just referred to as planets. Could say planes if you took the T off, you know, including the sun and the moon, represent consecutive stages in the unfolding and development of the world. They are often depicted in alchemical, I can't say art, as a ladder that we must climb if we wish to return to the absolute, the source, the ladder. When we say Jacob's ladder, we're ascending. Yeah, we're rising. The planetary spheres within us must be purified. Funny that, isn't it? The planetary spheres within us, you know, the orbs that come out of you as well, because as much as we see orbs, which are our energy as well as spirit and other forms of energy, but they also do come out of your body and go in, because I've proved it, as I've been showing you, matches up, you see, as above, so below. The planetary spheres within us must be purified. We're talking about purification in the purge. That's what's happening now, and that's why you're seeing so much chaos, so it seems, going on in the material right now, virus and everything. Their challenges, met and mastered on the path of return. You are meeting and mastering it all, the energies within you, on the path of return back to source, back to God, whatever you want to call it. In the following pages, we will examine the roles and attributes of the 7 ruling planetary bodies and how they resonate with us. Ooh, that word. Lists of correspondence are given, which help us to tune into the energies, because that's what some of us are doing. Some people aren't listening or tuning in. That's okay. Hopefully they will. Of the planets, and to observe their signs in nature. The signs are in nature all the time. Then, this is the big, well, it's not a shocker. So, we'll go back to the Vatican, the 7 statues with the obelisk, where everyone goes, oh, yeah, you know it's a thing, don't you? Know it's to do with the man. Yeah, man, of course it's to do with the man. Looks a bit like you know what, but of course it's to do with man. It's been a very man-made world. The man has deceived us, as in, you know what I'm talking about, that the man-made wars, this, that, and the other. Masculine energy over the feminine energy. Then I saw this picture and went, oh my God, oh my God. Remember I said they tried to replicate down here. Let me show you the picture again, then I'll show you this picture. The Vatican. We all know what's going on there. Some might not, but if you know, you know. Not going into it right now. But see if you can see what I can see. So here's the Vatican yet again, with the 7 statues at the front. There might be other statues that go around, but the 7 main ones, 7 at the front, and the obelisk, which is like an energy conductor, like a Tesla tower, this, that, and the other, right? So see that? You can hardly see the 7 at the front, right? Now we've gone in before. 7 planetary bodies, the 7 tones of something or other, the 7 days of the week. And if you didn't know, the 7 days of the week match up to the planets, Moon Day, Monday, so on and so forth. I think it might be in the other bit here. 7's everywhere, 7 wonders of the world, but the 7 chakras in the sky. There's 7 chakras within our body. There's more, but there's 7 within our body. Hi, Ricardo. So you ready? I've just shown you the picture. I'm going to read this out and then show you the picture. The rays of God. Now, remember, if you're onto Q, I put something out today about God wins. That was one of the last Q posts. God wins. And if you didn't see it, or anyone who doesn't know, it doesn't matter if you're into Q, I don't believe it doesn't really matter. That doesn't matter at the end of the day. Right, there's the picture in the Q drop. And I was singing about the sun yesterday, and I didn't even see this, because you have to click on the link. There's the sun. Can't get it in focus. There's the sun. Looks like all power coming off it. The glorious Father Sun. And obviously the moon's the goddess moon and Father Sun. It says, this was a Q drop. I'll read it out again. God. It said God. The last one was God, but it was also God wins. God the Father, Almighty, creator of heaven and earth. Holy God, holy mighty one. Holy immortal one, have mercy on us and on the world on the whole world. God bless our POTUS, our military, and our patriots worldwide, meaning military, you know what's going on with that. But I was more looking at the picture of the sun. And now where we go back into the seven rays of God. The 7 rays of the sun, you know, the Son of God, not the S-O-N, the S-U-N, of God shine upon the mountains containing the planetary metals miners extract, ores, and smelt the metals. Now, that doesn't matter. It's this. Now, statues are made out of stone, aren't they? The 7 rays of the sun. Think about the Vatican. I'll get the picture up. 7 rays of the sun is energy. 7 colours in the rainbow. The different colours coming with different energy. Vatican is harnessing energy. Anyone get what I'm saying here? Anybody on the same wavelength? Let me show you the picture. I went, oh my God. And weren't the 7 ones at the... I know this is a really crappy picture, but it's the same thing, people. They're taking what is above, bringing it below. That's our good ass energy from the divine. They're trying to replicate it. They've always tried to take it away and replicate it. They can't replicate God. Does anyone see what I'm trying to... I don't know if it's coming across properly, but anybody? I'll read chat. Our time, the line always wins. Yeah, of course it does. The sundial. Yeah, the sundial. Yeah, that's why I said I believe in a realm, because the sundial works off a realm. It doesn't work off a big round ball. Just saying, personally. Interesting why they left those. Exactly. So are you on the same wavelength? Was there not? I don't know. I'm thinking off the top of my head because I have got a good memory. I remember quite a lot. Was there not 7 statues at the Notre Dame Cathedral? And didn't they have no heads on? They saved them, though. They were saved. I'm just saying, if you know about Tesla and then you're looking at the obelisk, we all know they're energy conductors. Anything that points up, churches, spires, are energy conductors or emitters or even transmitters, you could say, to 5G, whatever. Same thing. They pump out the cack stuff when we should be really bringing it in, but we can. We've just not been taught. Yeah, I just sat there today and I was looking through this book and I was like, oh yeah, the 7 rays. Why is that number 7 always coming into my bonds? I know why it is, because I'm 33 in the house. So just say there you go. Christ, oh, as soon as I say it goes back to 32. You know, I've been saying for ages 7's always following me, 7 always following me, 7 days of the week, 7 this, 7 that. If you look into it, if people don't know and you look into it, it's mathematically, do you know what I mean? It's not a coincidence. That is not a coincidence. This is why I'm saying I'm trying to bring this sort of alchemy stuff to you so you can realize that even if you don't know alchemy, people get freaked out because if you took a bird's eye view, the way the Illuminati do different routes in different places, you'll see this sign is on the ground. Not because this is bad, they revert it. They revert everything. Chelsea Clinton will wear the cross upside down. And everyone thought it was a fashion statement. It wasn't. That side revert everything that's good because the material is dualistic. It's duality. Does anyone get what I'm saying? I know some of you do. I just never feel like I'm getting it across properly, but I know you do because I talk to people behind the scenes. So 7 wonders of the world, yeah. Think of it. 7 days of the week, 7 wonders of the world. 7 chakras in our body. Everything emanates from above. That's why it's as above, so below. As within, so without. When we're feeling all this disease and, okay, what's going on? Like, why? Then you see it in the physical. That's why we've got all the viruses out. This is going on, all this unearthing of paedophile, all that stuff. So in a way, it's a good thing. It doesn't seem like it, but it actually is because it's purging everything. So I'm just like, I sat there today and my brain just went ping. And I went, oh my God, I was singing about the sun yesterday. Please don't take my sunshine away. They've been trying to block it with chemtrails and this, that, and the other. We work off the sun, the father sun, and the mother moon. The moon is just another side of the sun, but it's the black sun because she comes out at night to shine a little bright white light. Well, and it was been gorgeous if you've seen the full moon. Oh my God. And she has aura around her and rings and what are they called? oh, what they called? The I've got a picture of it somewhere. The what's it called? Halo. Halos round the sun, halos round the moon. She is the divine mother. He is the divine father. They tried to take away the divine mother. They've always suppressed the divine feminine energy. The stars are the children. Think of it that way. And then you look at the Book of Alchemy. I've said this before, shown this before. The veil, the heavens, we're seeing it. It's coming in the energy. They've known this for time. There's us under the dome. The sun and the moon and the stars are within our dome, our environment, our whatever you want to call it. And even NASA have said that now because they know they've had to bring a bit of truth out. The pilgrim, because we're all on a pilgrim, we're all on the hero's journey. And these are in the tarot. That's why people get, oh, the tarot. Don't look at the tarot. What? Because it's devotion. It's coming. It's intuition coming from above. Sticking his head through the veil and like, oh, the heavens, the celestial bodies, these planets, these other planets, these celestial bodies that are living and breathing. These celestial bodies are depicted as men and women in a material form, many different names of planets associated with many different names in cultures all around the world. So when you're actually looking into it properly and not fearing of scared of looking into the occult or alchemy, it's actually not what you think it is. But that side always demonizes everything. Yes, there is a dark side of an occult. Yes, there is witches who use black magic, witches who use white magic. It's all your intention. Sages, witches, wise people, whatever, you know. It's all energy, baby. Alchemy. We're going from lead to gold. So just wanted to share that, but we will be sharing more out of this book. There might have been something else actually. It's just because if you look in an alchemy book, you'll be freaked out. People who are in fear, oh, it's the devil, because look at this picture with a skeleton in it, and it's so evil. And why are they like cooking? Hang on, let me show you a picture that freaks some people out. Now that side, on the dark side, let's call it, would use that because they actually do satanical things with humans that aren't very nice. So they revert everything because it's alchemy of ourselves. Like this sign seen as evil, it's not. It's the blue and red Katrina. It's your energies, the feminine, the masculine energies rising together in Christ consciousness. And then the crown stands for your crown chakra. It's the bodily waters. I'm not going into it right now, but you know, when you actually look into it yourself, you can see what they're trying to do. So anyway, the other thing I was going to read out, if I've got time, is we'll go back into my witchy poo book, because this is just, you know, it's nice to learn different things. And I'll come into chat at the end of this, but we're going to talk about the witch's pyramid. So I'm just going to try and read this out quickly, just so you've got a different perspective on things. The witch's pyramid. Now, when people sit like this, oh, Trump's from the Illuminati and the Masons because he sits like this. No, this is body language for confidence, and also it's the point of power. I told you about the cone of power, you know, the pineal gland. Yes, at the Vatican they use a pine cone, like the pineal gland. It's a focal point. It's a point of focus. Your third eye, your mind's eye, is a point of focus. So this does not mean I am from the Illuminati. Yes, that side use it, and yes, celebrities do all this and all this, and actually that isn't for 666. That's a mudra. Is it a mudra? I can't. You know, when you're meditating, they use everything and revert it. So when you see someone doing something, you know, people sit there and call people, oh, look, she's chucking 666 out. But actually, if you talk with your hands a lot, which I do, you do that. You're like, oh, yeah, this, that, and the other. PowerPoint there. Can you not see PowerPoint? And then you even think, I think, oh, my God, I'm doing this. Oh, my God, people will think I'm like, what? It's what you do. It's hilarious. They just use it as well. So if you think about it, they're making out the man at the Emerald City in one of my favourite films, Widow's Voice. People say, I can't watch it, it's MK Ultra. Oh, just think about it. Like I said before, it's, yeah, a mudra. Thank you. Behind that scene of you thinking that these people on, say, the bad side are all massively powerful, bigger than you think. Well, they're not, because when you pull the curtain back, they're not. They've got minions working for them, but they're not. They look bigger because of mainstream media, and they look bigger because some of the symbols you're seeing are good symbols with good people. But then you're thinking that some good people are bad people because you're seeing them wearing a triangle around the neck, this sign or that sign. We're talking about their symbols that you see. We're not talking about them symbols. We're talking about symbols to do with the old pizza thing, if you know what I'm saying, off that side. Not going into that. So, you know, this is how they make it look like it's more than it is, when it actually isn't as big as they're making out. Who controls the masses? Control the world. Mainstream media. Who owns mainstream media? Because they own a lot worldwide. So anyway, I'm going again. Drink of water and then Witch's Pyramid. And then we'll see if we can whap some energy up in here. So that's why I've got this light on. So, oh, candle on. I've just moved. So, I'll come into chat when I finish this because I can't see what anyone's saying. Don't know what anyone thinks because obviously I'll get distracted and I distract myself anyway. So, breathe. Right. If you hear me say something wrong, I am a bit dyslexic, so, you know, whatever. So I don't need people saying, this is how you say it, this is how you spell it, because I'm not really going to be able to read it off there, am I? So, this is the Witch's Pyramid. So like I was saying, it's a PowerPoint. It's not all the Illuminati. Yes, they use them signs. A lot of people chuck it out, even on Cupid. Oh my God, it's this, it's that. It's just a PowerPoint. This is a confident, when you start talking like that, you're putting your power out. It's a confident, you know, there's one down, there's one up. If you actually go and look at body language, you'll learn something else. Thank you, Missy. I'm just sharing what I'm into and what I believe and what I see, that there's a lot of fear-mongering going out. We know that for a fact. That's one fact anyway. So, in some craft circles, and just think the Vatican was in a circle with the 7 statues because the circle's very powerful. So it's not because it's evil, it's powerful. The Witch's Pyramid is known as the 4 points of the Magnus, of the 4 secrets of the Sphinx, whose energy is considered to be the foundation of the 4 pillars of all practical and esoteric magic's energy. And I'll show you a picture of it in a minute. Whose energy, sorry. Whether you are conjuring the weather for a great day at the beach and concentrating on empowering the witch within, the basic building blocks are always the same: to know, to dare, to will, to be silent, known in some craft circles. Now, don't freak out because we'll get into this in a minute. Right, let me move this up a bit. Known in some craft circles by their Latin names. Now, I'm not going to be able to read this out because I'm rubbish. Nocere, I don't know if that's what it says. To know, representing the element of fire. Audrey, I don't know if that's said right. To dare, designated by the element of water. Veil, don't know if that's right. To will stands for the element of fire, and I don't know if it's te siri, I don't know, that is rubbish, but there you go. To be silent. But anyway, linked with the element of earth. So think about it. Be silent is linked with the element of earth. Of course it would be. So when we say go and ground, be silent. Be in nature. Listen. Listen for the messages. Be silent. We've got to dare is water. Sometimes if you went on a rough sea, do you dare to go on that rough sea? Do you dare to fight the element of sea? Do you go with the flow? It's quite daring if you look at it like that. If it was a really choppy day, to dare, we have to dare to do things. Do you dare to stand up in the truth and light and speak your truth? I'm not in fear. That's why some people say, oh, I don't like talking about that because that side might hear that. I really don't care because that's what they wanted you to think. Like, oh, I won't say there was something that went on yesterday and people are like, oh, I don't say that because of this, that and the other. Well, you're in fear. If you're in fear, that's how they've got away with a lot of it, because they're putting in fear in us, the masses. We're more than they are. We are more than these bloodline families, whatever you call it. And that's why it's changing. And they know it's game over when we wake up. And that's why even the stuff with the virus going on at the minute, people are scratching their heads with the toilet roll thing. What's going on here and who's saying this? It's making people wake up faster. Big, massive storm here. So anyway, and then you've got, where is it to know? To be silent is earth. I just said that, to be silent. Silent. To know represents the element of air. Now, to know, this is what I've just come across. To know is the element of air. I'm going to say what I think in a minute, but why would you think to know would be the element of air? You know, air, earth, fire and water, spirit and ether, right here. Why would you think? Can anyone have a guess? Or what I'm thinking? I'm not reading all this out yet. Why the element of air would be to know? Anybody? Fear is exhausting. That's why you need to step away from it. Anybody? My perception of it is to know air. Things come on the breath of air, God's breath, sort of, if you see it like that. But the things that I'm experiencing with the orbs, which can be spirit and your energy and the consciousness, because this is consciousness around us, this space around us, what we think's air, but it's alive. You know, if particles and stuff and energies flying about all the time that you can't always see, doesn't mean it's not there because you feel it. To know when you tune in, like we say, downloads, is in the air. My fingers are tingling now. Is in the air. Does anyone sort of get what I'm saying? Yeah, the ether. So, big scary symbol, really. And then what was the other one? To dare. Is it to will, to be silent? One of the words, to dare, to will. To will. To will stands for the element of fire. To will. It's just a beautiful way of looking at things, you know. Yeah, the Ethernet. But this is what I'm saying about they revert everything down here. So we have the gorgeous cosmos, the Ethernet. That's what we tune into, the Akashic records. There's many different names for it. The one down here is this internet. This is how they gather information, we gather information. Everything in the heavens is replicated down here. But this is the physical, and that is the spiritual. That is the spirit realm. It's replicated down here. As above, so below. As within, so without. Because we came from the source to experiencing the material in this dense body. But when we realise our true power, we alchemize back to gold. This is how I see it. This is how I've always seen it. But the more I'm realising now that people are talking, it's like, because we have the internet in the physical realm, it's like, oh my God, it is what I thought years ago. It is actually, yeah. Does anyone get what I'm saying? Yeah, try and watch the stars. I mean, they've been trying to cover them because we harnessed energy and stuff off, you know, in the moon and certain things you can do at certain times, and then blah, 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 and blah, 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 blah. So anyway, I'll go on because I'm waffling again. So we've got all that. It's like I said, look into it yourself. To be linked with the element of together, they become. Where am I? The most difficult lesson to learn of the four corners is the last. To be silent. Well, no shit, Sherlock, innit? This is what we're trying to do. To be silent. To listen when we're out in nature. To be silent because there's too much going on, as in the material right now. Step away, be silent. Feel, listen to yourself, yourselves. Listen, watch nature, listen. Is it really real what they're putting out there? How do you feel when they're putting stuff out? If you're vibrating like and you think it's disease, it's more than likely that it's your intuition telling you it's not real. But we don't listen because we're too distracted by TV, the internet, this internet, instead of the real Ethernet. We're not listening out in nature. I don't mean everyone, because I know there's people in the chat that do, but this, you know, we're distracted by celebrities, the false stars. They're not the real stars that we should be looking at. and talking to in our mind's eye. Oh, I'm nearly doing 666 then. Do you know what I mean? This is how I see it, just sharing it with you. There are crafters who have been in magic. Crafters, the craft, then they put the film out about the witch did the craft. It is a craft. It's a craft to know how to bring in energies, transmute them, not use them, go around them, rest with them, with all this fear going on right now. And I've asked you to step away. Find some fun channels. Don't watch any channels. Have a week off the internet. Have a week off the news and everything. Or a weekend and see how you feel when you step away from everything. And then come back in and be like, right, so what's going on then? Oh, is this still going on? Things might have changed. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm just, yeah, talk to the trees and plants. It's a frequency. They love it. Like I said, Dr. Emoto experiment. Try that one. You'll see it right there in front of your eyes. We can't always see things. It doesn't mean it's not there. When people ask for facts on things, some things you can't come with facts. It's an experience and a feeling. And that's why people go, it's not real, is it? It's like, well, if you took time to go within and be silent and focus on something instead of focusing on the physical too much. It's not, like I said before, it's not because we're not part of the physical, because we have this avatar. We're both, it's bringing it into balance together, not balancing it. We've been balancing it. Balance. We're allowed to be in the physical, but wouldn't it be nice to play this game, as we so-called play this game, but we're stepping out of it properly without all the deception. But even all the deception we need the dark and the light. It's mad but crazy, and I love it. So there are crafters who have been in magic for 20 years and still haven't learned that one, to be silent. When the four powers are gathered together, the fifth sacred power occurs. Of the, listen to this word again, we're going about Q. I don't know how to say this, the quintessence. So I think Q is a bit more than people think it is. Or spirit. Spirit, because remember, even Q said we all know it's a spiritual war that's going on right now, which represents the top of the pyramid. Spirit, the eye on the top of the pyramid, 33 in house again, is spirit. Looking down is spirit, which represents the top of the pyramid, sometimes called, I don't know if it's air, meaning to go. The movement of energy towards manifestation, guided by the hand of the witch. Without, this just means a wise person, so don't freak out. Without this solid foundation, the four corners of magic, not to be mistaken for the four elemental quarters, through the association by which can be considered the cone of power, which I talked about before, will stutter and fall, and the enchantment will break apart before it can reach your desire. The oath you take upon seeking entry to the craft, whether you are doing the seeker ceremony, a dedication, or an initiation, rests entirely on the foundation of the witch's pyramid. To know means that you will strive to learn as much as you can. Funny how we're doing that now on this hero's journey, isn't it? Even though we already sort of really know. To know as much as you can in this lifetime. Because really, when you think about everything you're learning more and more every day. I am. If you're not, and you're staying in one stagnant area, and you're just constantly regurgitating, because I see some channels out there that are regurgitating. It's like, oh my God, have you not got bored yet? In the same realm of things. And it's like, oh, some channels that were going against some of our channels at one point. It's just like, okay. So to know means that you will strive to learn as much as you can in a lifetime, and that you will apply this knowledge to your daily life, because once you know about energy, you're going to apply it and it's going to help you. It also means that you will seek truth in all things and will be willing to change your perceptions, meet your awakening spiritually. Change your perceptions. I've changed mine a load of times. Never on this sort of energy thing, because I've always known there was energy. But like I said, if you can't change perception or think about it, something that you've been taught could be a lie, because most of it is, you're staying stale, and you don't want to come out of your bubble because you're in fear of the unknown, of the void. The void's not scary. To dare says that you have pushed fear behind you. I dare to speak out. I dare to talk about certain things and dare other things in other ways. Do you dare? You've pushed fear behind, you dare to switch it off. You dare to not look anymore. You dare to not take, you're taking your consent back. We're not giving consent to it anymore. Fear behind you, and that you will be encouraged and proactive in all that you do. You will believe in yourself, because the main thing is believe in yourself, feel it, and you'll know it's true or not. That's why you resonate with certain people and things. And have faith in the universe and in your own abilities. I have faith and I'm trusting the plan, not just that plan, the divine, because it is the same. To will means that you will learn to focus your thoughts and practice meditation and visualization in order to reach your goals. It means that you won't sit back and let the world pass you by. You will walk towards your dreams. You will meet obstacles and find positive solutions to overcome them. You will. And that's why I say, let's not talk about all the negative and this side was that, and all that's the Masons on that side, and the occult is this. Let's talk about the bad side of it. Can we talk about the silver linings? Because if material's been so duality, yin and yang, let's talk about the positive, because all I see people is churning out the negative. Oh, well, that side was that, yeah, but they were that, well, they were that, yeah, but they were this first. So there is a good side and there's more good people than there is bad. It's just perceived on the media that it's not. So I'd rather talk about positive stuff. To will means that you will blah blah blah. It means that you won't sit back and let the world pass you by. You will work towards your dreams. You will never meet obstacles. You will meet obstacles and find positive solutions to overcome them. To be silenced is perhaps the most important. It means that you will keep your mouth shut about the magic that you do, even though we speak out about it now because it needed the time. The time is now. It can be. Back in the day, it wasn't, was it? Lest your friends and others destroy the magic. That's why you're not supposed to talk about things, because people could put something on it and shift your energy in that sense. Yes. To not let people know sometimes what you do until it's done, because they might try and throw some bad energy on it. So sometimes you have to be silenced. You know? Yeah, God does win. I've trusted the plan from the beginning. And others destroy the magic with their negative before it ever manages to manifest. Because you can even think of that as a way of, if you want to look at it a different way, if you say something to a friend or a parent like, oh, I'm thinking of doing this. I've had it all the time with my mum. Parents do it all the time, and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Oh, I'm going to go and do this and blah, 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 whatever it is. And they'll go, oh, yeah, but it's not. Yeah, but do you really think that's like, and they start bringing your energy down. And in the end, you sort of go, oh yeah, maybe they're right, because you think you're going off what other people are saying. You're not going with what you really want to do. So it may put you off doing it. So their negative way of thinking has took it away from you, because you're going with what they're thinking and what they're telling you. But you are you, and that if that's not for them, that's not for them. So think of it like that. It also means that you think before you speak, and that you won't throw pearls before swine, which we're all learning to do, which means don't give good information to bad people. But, you know, there's things on timeline that are happening now that it's different, and that's why we are speaking out. That's why people are going about light workers, this, that, and the other, and blah, blah, blah. Finally, it means that you will allow the etiquette of the craft and not blab about what happened in ritual circle. And don't get triggered. A ritual is something you do every day. If that's putting candles on, putting rose petals in your bath, and you did that every night. But the dark side do use the human sacrifice. Do you know what I mean? So if you work with a group, carry gossip about other members. No, carry gossip about the other members, nor harm others intentionally. You're not doing any of that. Through your words, your adults and teens, this is by far the most difficult promise to keep, because we do get triggered and we do gossip and we try not to. And this is what we're trying to learn about ourselves as we go through our journey. We're trying to slow it down. We're trying to realize what we're doing. We're trying to reflect on what we're doing. That's what it's all about, reflecting. It's all out for me. Yeah, the Rat Pack. Yeah, they ain't you. So I'm just, and that's the star again. Now I said the star, this star at the top. Spirit to go, water to dare, earth to be silent, air to know, fire to will. Because I mean, it's mega scary, isn't it? I can't see anyone in chat right now. I'm nearly at the end of it now. I'm at the end of it. There's a meditation which I might do on maybe a pre-recorded one, just to see how it goes, if anyone's interested. To go means to go. This is spirit. This is the point of the star. We are all stars. To go means that you will master the 4 pillars, energies in brackets, because everything is energy. I've nearly finished now. Of the base of the pyramid. Why did the Egyptians have a pyramid? And use them in a positive way to help yourself as well as others, to go in the ultimate meaning of the witch's oath of service to others. If we trace the pentacle, the star, it's a pentagram with the circle around them, but the pentacle is the star. Sorry, the pentacle is, with the circle around the pentagram's the star. I was getting mixed up. With your finger, beginning at the no, meaning you start from the top of the star. To dare, we go around, you go around like that. Over at to will, down to be silent, and then up to spirit. Then finish by moving back down to know. Not only have we made a pentacle, we have also worked through the 4 corners before moving to spirit, a circle. Coming back down again at to know, we have the occult maxim, I think it says, as above, so below. Not only must you begin by studying and believing you can do anything, because you can, you must end that way as well. Faith followed by magic, followed by faith. Faith followed by magic. Magic's energy. So I hope you enjoyed that. That was a little chat on the witch's pyramid, that big scary pyramid. But that's what I was saying with the Vatican before. The obelisk has a point at the top like a pyramid. But if you get what I'm saying about the 7 rays of the sun and why there is 7 statues there, then it sort of makes sense. I was going to read a little bit something else about the days of the week, but I'm going to do that again at some point. I'm supposed to be, I think, going over on Saturday night, could be 1 o'clock in the morning, UK time, to Unbiased on the Fence. Got to look at my email, but I will let you know if you know about that channel with the lovely Michelle who was in off Imagination Warrior, and the lovely Eileen that was in, because they do like the power of now and the shift and everything shifting, these energies, timelines. If you're interested in that, if you're not, don't go over. Well, you could go over and watch, but it's all interesting. So I don't know what you all thought of what I've just talked about, because as I've just talked about it, I'm like, what was I talking about? Anyway, it's all good. It's not scary, but basically we're doing alchemy, baby. Yeah, Million Dreams. I love A Million Dreams. It doesn't break my heart. That song makes me happy. We've got a million dreams. The dreams are coming in. We're dreaming. We're meditating. We've got all this good ass energy coming in. And them dreams are coming back. Everybody's dreams are coming back, because the bigger picture to all of this is, a bit like Q said, the last one will be magical in a few different ways as well. So it depends how you look at things. Always look at a silver lining. Thank you, Simon Cooper. It's intentions. Everything's intentions. But it's coming back. So, yeah. So what did you all think of the 7 statues? Like I said, as above, so below. They replicate everything on Earth. The London Eye matches up. I don't know whose channel it was ages ago. The London Eye matches up to something from above that matches up to some energy thing. It's all there. It's all right in front of your face. Oh, a card. Yeah, we'll do a card. It reminds me of everyone coming together. Yeah, we are. That's why a circle is magical. People go, oh, yeah, well, they do things in a circle's magical. I've said before, you don't sit in a pew. You don't sit on a long table. You sit in a round table. If you're doing magic alchemy in a circle, no one's the head of anyone. No one's at a higher level. You're all the same, because you're all one in that circle. We all come from the one. Sorry, I need a bit of an orange. I'm just thinking, what cards are resonating with me? Thinking. Yeah, the answers is in the stars, exactly. That's why they'll say in the Bible, because that's been twisted as well, not to look at the stars and this is evil and tarots are evil. Tarots are like a card game. Illuminati have theirs, you know what I mean? Of the people you meet on your way, the energies, the planetary energies. The tarot card. The Fool. Everyone thinks if that, oh, you fool. Oh, you fool. I'm a fool. People think I'm a fool, but I'm not really. It's a bit like the Joker. If you watch the new Joker film, they call Trump a fool, don't they? Because he can be funny sometimes, because he's real. He can shout out about things all the time. People think I'm a fool, but really, if you know what that card's really about, it's not the Fool. Oh, to think people are a fool. Like, people say about, oh yeah, but he's a wolf in sheep's clothing. I'd rather be a wolf in sheep's clothing, because I don't want to be a sheep, if I got that the right way around, a sheep in wolf's clothing. That means, like, it looks like you think you're awake, but inside you're a sheep, so you follow everything. I'd rather be a wolf. And we all know that changed in the Mandala. Do you know what I mean? You have to be a bit cunning and act like a fool. So the people around you, say the evil ones, whatever you want to call them, think, oh, we'll just leave them alone. They're a bit of a fool, them, aren't they? Natural. Oh, that, you know, just for example. Oh, but then when you come out, it's always the underdog, isn't it? If you think about it like that. It's always the quiet one, isn't it? I was quiet at school. I wasn't dead loud at school, believe it or not. You have to do a bit of pretending you're something. And I don't pretend, I'm just me. But what I'm saying is that people will look at me, I know they do, and go, she's off her head, she's a bit dippy, hence the name Dolly Daydream. I always have my head in the clouds. But I know other stuff. I've never been too into the physical of, oh, the mundane stuff. I'm all like, oh yeah, we're going to be seeing her. And everyone's like, what? You know, it's like, I've always been like that. Very far from a fool, Dolly. Thank you. So you've got to look at, like, a lot of cards like that in the tarot deck. You think, oh, the devil. Oh, the devil. It's like, yeah, it means death of old ways. It could mean death of a relationship, death of the old guard, which is what's happening, like the Tower card. The Tower card is falling. They've got their cards, we've got ours. The Illuminati card is not a prophecy when people go, oh, they said it years ago. No, they put that into place because they were in control. So it looked years ago, you look back and freak out going, oh my God, well, it said, didn't it? It's like Armageddon, not Armageddon, what's it called? The Book of Nostradamus. It's not set in stone. They've tried to put us on their timeline, but it's not worked, and it ain't going to work. So the New World Order isn't coming in. They nearly got there, but they thought we were daft, didn't they? You can't fool the divine, really. It's a divine plan, and beautiful things are coming. I'd just like to say, with all the cat going on right now, which I keep saying, coronavirus, this and this, Tom Hanks, wow, wow, it's the greatest movie I'm watching. And that's why I say, just be aware of what's going on, so you're not in the wrong place at the wrong time. But you don't have to feed it into it constantly every day. Have a weekend off this weekend. Switch the news off. Switch the internet off. Switch YouTube off. Do nothing. Sun's out. Get out in nature. Go and sit with it and listen and be silent. 2 days ain't going to kill you to be off everything. I'm going to do it. But I am on Vice on the Fence, I think. But that's 1 o'clock in the morning. So I'm going to just try and get out, even if it's in the garden and whatever. It's what you're focusing on. You're going to pull into yourself. If you can't, like I say, you can be aware, but you don't have to be constantly looking at the same thing. I know there's cat gone on in the world. I know there's horrible things that have gone on with kids and this and that, and all the rabbit holes have been down. All the stuff that's happening now that looks bad, that really isn't. It's just new birthing. And I'm like, yes, come on, bring it on. I'm still happy because I know there's something divine coming, and the energies that I'm seeing and experiencing. So it's a mad, crazy world, but people think it's hell. It's not. We just got deceived. It's a beautiful place with beautiful people in chat. Beautiful people in chat. Beautiful people all over the world that I never thought I'd be speaking to. I never thought I'll be saying this on Shane's channel, but I would be at the age I'm at now. And if someone said to me if I said to myself, if I went back to the future, because that's what we're doing, back to the future, and talked to myself when I was about, I don't know, 21, and went, oh, you'll be on YouTube, you. I know I've not got a massive channel, but I'm just saying, I'm connecting with people. People don't know the people I talk to behind the scenes. And, oh, yeah, you'll be talking to people about the shift on that. You'll be talking about energies and orbs. And I'd be like, what? You what? So now I wake up every morning like, oh, this is like mad crazy, but batshit crazy, but wonderful and wonderment, and I'm in awe, and I'm like, this place is so magical, and like, oh my God, yeah, we're in the eye of the storm, but oh my God, can we all look at the silver lining when you actually think about it and stop feeding into the fear porn? at the end of the day. You don't need to know. The coronavirus is going to be, China is recovering right now. Go and watch X22 report. They have to do it at this time because there's certain numbers and days that they have to do certain things on. That's why Q has a clock with certain days that we know what's coming in now. They have to do things on certain days that line up with certain planetary things with certain numbers because the master numbers and high energy. So that's the way they do it. I don't know if I'm explaining this properly. I know within what I'm talking about, and I know some of you resonate and understand what I'm talking about. So I would say there's a challenge for you. Get off the internet this weekend. Don't look at your phone. Don't look at the news. Don't look at anything. I dare you. You know, like what we were saying before, I dare you. I dare you to hang out with yourself, get out in nature, cook. Maybe if you love cooking, think, you know what? I used to love cooking. I'm focusing too much on this at the minute. Why don't you just have a nice weekend off of it all? If you're into drawing, paint, spend a lovely weekend just not doing the stuff that you normally do. I'm coming away from it. Fear of missing the storm. Yeah, people are in fear of missing the storm, but I don't, you know, I know there's loads of 33 and again, I know there's loads of it. That's why I'm saying we're aware. That's why I love looking, because we're part of it. We're part of history, what's going on right now. So of course you want to be aware of it. I've got people that go, I don't want to look into it. I'm like, I do, but I'm not fully into it. I don't consent to it. That's what I keep saying. I'm not in fear about the virus. I'm not in fear about 5G resonating high. If you know about your energy, if you're resonating low, it'd affect you more anyway, even if that's true. I don't even think it's as strong as they're saying. The bullshitters, basically, whatever. I'm just like, well, whatever. Because I'd look at it like, well, if it was the end of the world, which it isn't, you can't destroy the divine. It's just the end of their world as they know it, the deceivers. Well, then what can you do about it? Well, if I'm going, you know, people think they're going with a load of bog roll, toilet roll, but we go on anyway. But you know, deep inside, you really believe that's what's happening to anyone. I don't mean you lot in chat. Anyone thinks it's the apocalypse, which only means, you know, the thinning of the veil, what's beyond the veil, the end of their world as they know it. Do you really feel, if you sat with yourself now and think, how are you right now? You're still here, you're still breathing, so you're fine, aren't you? It's all about the now, it's not about the past. So we need to stop regurgitating. I know there's people who are coming into things and they're going to start researching the past like a lot of us have, but that actually doesn't matter now, good or bad. It's about the now. So if you're feeding into fear every day, if you know, basically, if you know, for example, the virus, if you know what most of us are saying about how they've put it out there and how it's, you know, they're just trying to trigger this off, and even in the Q realms, you don't need to really keep watching everybody's videos on it, even though I've talked about it tonight and put it out because I've put a different perspective on the energy side of it, bringing Laura Eisenhower in. And there's a few things in that people might, you know, but why keep watching it? If you sort of know, because all I'm hearing people going, oh God, I'm getting really bored of it now. It's really boring. It's like everywhere everyone's talking about, aren't they? But we don't need to. We don't need to. So anyway, I'm looking for a card. Right, we'll do colours. I'm doing me through colours and colours. The universe has your back, and me light, work your light one, because I just think that's relevant at that time. And then I'm gonna go. Like I said, if you haven't seen the video with the orbs, you know, remember I do kick up dust on here as well, but we have had orbs in when I've been on live, but some of it's dust. Sometimes there's been orb for the naysayers who comment after, particles, but we also get my energy floating about, and we also get spirit in sometimes. If you didn't see the, my eyes twitching again, if you didn't see the video before with the orb that came up to me and was like, oh hi, sometimes they do come in. I might sit back a bit because the orbs. Right, let's do Now, if the sun colour comes out like a yellow, I will laugh. The secret language of colours, like the 7 rays of the sun, of the rainbow as well. 7 colours of the rainbow, 7 rays of the sun, 7 days of the week, 777. Anyway. Oh, and watch Amazing Polly as well. She's ace. To put the light down or the light up? I do know. Oh, remember I just said if it was like yellowy like the sun. Apricot, rejoice and laugh. Because that's what we should be doing. We need to have a laugh. Da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, like the sunshine. Orange, oh, like Buddhism, like what Buddhists wear the colour orange, even though it says apricot, but it's orange. Told you. Just saying. My higher self knows, you see. When I go, I don't really know. I don't know why when I sing this song, and it's like, I said it before, I was like, I should stop saying that. I do know. My higher self knows. My other self in the spirit realm knows. Right, let's do the universe has your back. Don't see me fearing, do you? I'll give you all a shout out in a minute. Yeah, sunrise. Start opening your curtains, your blinds, letting all the sun in because it cleanses. And now it's just going. Got to wait for it to flip. There you go. Oh, right. Some fell out, so it's the one that's turned up to me because I'm not getting all of them. The one that's turned up. Oh, right. It hasn't turned up, so you'll have to have all 3 of them. Thought it had, but it hadn't. Right. Let's see. In any moment, hang on. In any moment, I can surrender to the powerful presence of love through prayer, contemplation, and stillness. That's what we were saying before, didn't we? Silence, stillness. This one. Moon. I find a deeper meaning and personal growth. Admit, are you ready? The discomfort, like I've just been saying. What's going on right now? You will find a deeper meaning and personal growth because this is what we're doing. It's all personal growth. Don't feel like it, but it is. Oh, it's the one we got the other day talking about the all-seeing eye. If I let go of the shadow of the past, as I was just saying before, we don't even need the past of what's happened with all the stuff we know, but the past of yourself does not define who you are. Doesn't matter what you did, what you said. I don't mean in that sense, but if, you know, anyone's told you this, that, the other, no one can tell you what you are or you are not. Nothing defines what you are right now. None of that matters in the past. Don't act like a victim and let it go. By seeing someone for the first time with the eyes of love. So You know, we all do judge. We all can't say we don't. We do, and that's what we're trying to. This is the alchemist. We're trying to get rid of all that and stop judging it. It's hard because we sort of go back into that physical stuff. It's like pulling ourselves back. Get over here. So it's all fun, really. It's all fun in a sense. So one more card deck. Oh, thank you, Missy. Last card deck, and then I'm going and check little legs. And I can chill out for a bit. Might go and find a film on Netflix or something. Yeah, Netflix. Where? Tell your own story. This, yeah, it's a lovely deck, this one. Very relevant for now, I think. Let me turn around this way. Trying to have this lighting's like that. I've got a lot of decks. Oh, nail it, it's going, it's going. Don't know if you can see what I'm doing. Hang on. Trying to. We learn not to always be emotional. Yeah, it's just checking yourself, checking in with yourself, and then learning what it was that was me, not concentrating, made you feel that way. That's what it's about. And then transmuting it, or, you know, letting it go. Thinking, oh, well, next time I'll blah, 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 you know. Sunshine on a rainy day makes my soul, yep. Trip, trip, trip away. I can't even remember that song that I made this morning. What was it? I don't know. It just comes in the morning when I'm stood in the kitchen with the sun. Ooh, I can see little bits moving about. Come on, card. Pick a card, any card. Let me sit back. Be nice to get one of them big. Oh, let's see what this is. 2 together, just flipped up. Right, for the people that saw this, I just laugh every day. It's just ace. Right, remember I was going on about meditating? It's not a coincidence, is it? Oh, God, let me find... Watch it, and I won't be able to find the picture. Right, sorry, just let me find this picture. This one. I just said before, this was weeks ago, by the way, if anyone remembers. I did this whole woman's face in a rose, and I said it was a cosmos, and that was like feminine divine, but the rose, like a bit like the flower of life, but the rose, because it's supposed to be, the rose is supposed to be the highest frequency, the rose. So just remember that, as I said before. And then what's just jumped out is, and we've just been talking about pillars before and them statues and everything. The ever unfolding rose cracked open. It's happening for you, not to you. I said that yesterday. Life is not happening to you. It's happening for you. And what is it? A rose with a woman. I mean, weeks ago, people, I didn't even have this deck when I drew that. So, yeah, 33 is 33 and all the time. Normally say 33 goes to 32. See? Don't mess with me, little 33. So, there's a rose. Next one. You ready? The pillar of light. I'm not going to show you what it says. The pillar of light. Yeah. Center point. Yeah. We're ascending. The pillar of light. You are the pillar of light. Your vibration is rising. I've been talking about your vibration all the time. Oh, get them toilet rolls in. You are the oracle. Yeah, I am the oracle of my reality, and you are the oracle of yours. Because we already know, really, inside, really, we just forgot. But that's brilliant. The pillar of light. You're all pillars of light. See the rainbow colour in the middle of the light going through from the ground below and above, as above, so below. As within, so without. Saying. Boom. Don't you love when you're in tune with things and things are just linking and working the way they should be doing? So that's why I know something good's happening, because it's all just linking up and it's all in tune. And we're fine-tuning ourselves of our divine instrument here. That's what we're learning to do. Some people are not there yet, but hopefully they will come. But I just, like I said, I just think it's amazing. Balls. We're all God sparks. Exactly. We're all God sparks. We're all part of the one. Part of... It's just, I don't know. I just feel quite... I think that's why I've not been sleeping properly, because I just feel very excited and very like, oh my God, this place is just like, oh, the little magical realm I thought it was. Yeah, exactly where I'm supposed to be doing right what I'm supposed to be doing, which is, I think, no, I don't think, I know, wrong words, is doing what I do, however upside down it is, or in and out, or whatever I'm doing and saying, doing and not doing. But basically, and I love talking to people on here, just sharing my experiences, just to show you, I believe I'm sending a vibration through this internet right now. And you're picking up the vibration. So you're bringing it in and it's helping you. Even if you don't believe everything I'm saying, it doesn't matter. It's the chanting thing I was doing before sounds Native American into me. I don't even know what that is, but things came in. Effie, you know what I'm talking about with what you did the music thing the other day. I didn't know what you were saying in your language, because if you didn't know Maori, New Zealand, what do they call it? Your native tongue. I couldn't understand it, but in here I could, because of the tones. I knew it wasn't evil. I knew my body resonates with it, and inside I would have known because of the tone. So we don't always need language. So yes, we all are. No coincidences. Yeah, there is no coincidences. Things are happening the way they should. The more you fine-tune yourself into the tuning of the frequencies, instead of being distracted by other stuff, because that's why the distractions are there as well. In the 3D world, you will tune into the other energies and you will begin to see. And you'll just be like amazed by it. There's more things going on than we know, like multidimensional beings. Just like Yoda says, we are not this crude matter. We are a luminous light beings, whatever he says. The energy propagates through the ether. Distance doesn't matter. Yeah, distance doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You know, it doesn't matter. And it can get through anything, you know. But what I think one of the strongest is when you're out in nature. That's why I said you only have to look in nature what's going on. It's just brilliant. And share the loving energy prayers for the community. Yeah, because people don't know behind the scenes. Like someone silly said the other day, they don't know me. They don't live with me. Oh, you don't walk the walk, you know, you talk the talk, you don't walk the walk. Okay, I know what I do. I do things down the street, visualizing things of pink energy, healing, going over, not just my area, rippling out everywhere to everybody around the realm. I do things like that all the time. It's quite fun. Visualization is more than people know. Your imagination is what they try and take from you. It's quite magical, actually, just because other people can't see it. So, you know, can't have people telling me what I am and aren't doing. It's not that I come and share everything that I'm doing, but I do that. Why the mums are stood in the playground yakking about the virus and the kids, I'm like, oh my God, I see that bird in the sky and all that magpie duality. I was thinking about that today, and oh, look at the clouds, and oh, it's actually the sky's really beautiful. Yeah, what? Oh, look at the trees. Looks like it's got eyes. That's me in my head. I'm not in the mundane. I'm here. What's the saying? I'm on this earth, but not of this earth. They're the two realms that we're in. We're in two realms. There's two worlds going on, coinciding next to each other, and probably many more. You know what I mean? So yeah, and people are waking. They are waking up, Missy. I've been saying this for ages. People go, oh, I'm not seeing. It's funny because it's quickening. The quickening. It is quickening. They're coming on different. I'm not saying levels because it's not, but that's just where they're coming in different ways, different truth and communities, different. And then if they start flowing about, they will come into other areas. It's just when you stay stuck in something. That's why I do think, you know, there is things on, the flat earth side, like the society and that, where people are just going around in circles and they're even arguing in there. And it's just keeping people away from the bigger picture. You know, when you know all that, you can move on to a little bit more. But that goes on in every community. I'm just saying that for an example because I see it. So, we all think sunny day tomorrow. Yeah, and I do believe, here's my prophecy, whatever you call it, me thingy. I think we're going to have a great summer. All this rain, I'm not bothered about. I think if they have been pelting us with chemtrails and bad things, well, the rain dampens things down, doesn't it? So if they have been trying to set another sort of other virus off that's airborne, because this one isn't supposed to be airborne, maybe we need the rain. Rain cleanses. All the elements do different things. I always think many different angles. I don't just look at anything, even what's going out there with the Q and everything. One thing, and even do the QAnons actually, because if you don't know, some of the ones who go on the chambers and that, the people that they use, they call them autistic, because autistic people are very clever. They look at everything from every angle. It's not always one thing, so they know the move that they're making from every angle. It's nice to look at things in a different way, not just look at it from one perspective, because there's many different ones, but it makes you just think a bit different and flow a bit different and realize, yes, there is more than one way to look at things. It's not always the doom and gloom and they're this, they're that. Oh, come on, everyone, let's look at the silver lining, because the golden age is coming. The golden age is coming. The sun. I think we're going to have a beautiful summer. You know, after about May, I think we're going to have a nice summer. The world, I really do. I really do. I think we're going to start having good weather. This old system comes down. I think the summers are going to go back to when people go, oh, that was in the old days. It shouldn't change. People go on about climate change. Well, we all know that's rubbish. We all know they've had weapons and they make things up that change the air to make these things to make things happen of certain floods and this, that, and the other. So it's all to do with money. On that side, they're all to do with money and how they move their stocks and shares and bonds and all that. They put it into place ages ago and make it look like it was a massive, it was a prophecy, or it was not a prophecy, what do you call it, whatever, it was in the Illuminati card deck. No, it wasn't. They made it look like it was, because they did that plan years ago to bring it out in the future. So when you look back and you think, what? Oh my God, they knew. It's like the New World Order. Well, we're not consenting to that anymore. If you don't consent, it don't work. Real eyes see the lies, don't they? So anyway, I'm going to go. So thanks all for coming in. Rachel Pixie. Let me see who's in. Rachel Pixie, Astral Thief, Zal, Miss Ledger, Karen B, Dave Mordy. Hang on, I'm just trying to. How do I move this up? Oh yeah, Dave Mordy, Topper 77. Is it Deanie? Effie, Sigh. I really hate scrolling up. I just will be truthful. I do. To find. I know there's others in here somewhere around at the top. Simon Cooper. Ricardo. Spoke to Ricardo today on Facebook. He's like, roll the R. I'm going to go quite quick. I don't know, I might miss somebody. Miss Chime, Sai. Did I say Sai? Sun. Stephen Watson. I'm not going to go any further. You're going to have to come in at the bottom. Anyway, a Jane of Torquay, just spotted you there. I can't remember who was in before. Anyway, I can't go any further. It won't let me. So anyone who was in earlier that I shouted out or didn't shout out, or that is watching now, thank you for watching, lurking, coming in chat, whatever you were doing. Yes, thank you. And I'll see you most likely. It's Friday tomorrow, and like I said, he's not been well. I've got stuff to do. So I'll most likely, hopefully, see you on Saturday, hopefully, over on Unbiased on the Fence, but I'll let you know for definite. But that'll be probably like 1 o'clock in the morning over here, something. So I'm going to have a nap before I go on there with their lovely chats that they do over there. Thank you, Deanie. Thank you. I just come and share how I think about things, and then if people resonate, they resonate, and it's giving you a good vibration, then there's no harm in it, is it? At least it's giving you a good vibe instead of the stuff that's giving you a bad vibe, and that's good. So, you know, you don't have to be into everything I'm into, but it's just so I will be sharing more of the book, the Book of Alchemy, and the other book, and all the other stuff that I've got, because I've got quite a lot to share actually. And let's have a bit of a, you know, different chat on stuff. So thank you all for coming in. I'm really tired now because I've just blasted all that fun energy out. Keep watching the show. You know, you can watch it, but maybe try and have a day off at least, or the weekend, or just a day of just not looking at anything, or sitting on anything, or looking at your phone. See if you can do it. It's a challenge, that, because everybody, you want to know when you want to be on your phone, and a day of nothingness. Do you know what I mean? A day of just, what did you do back in the day? A day of nothingness. Anyway, love you all, and I will see you soon. Bye. I'm like, where's the button? Where's the button? Smell you later.